out of control. I'm out of control. Out the park. Centerfold. Yeah, hard to say. Overload. Ain't no parking space. On the road. Yeah, I'm out of control. I'm out of control. Out the park. Centerfold. Yeah, say your breath. I'm too cold. Yeah, devil hate me, wanna take my soul. Yeah, I am just a source to what you stole. I'm about to knock it out the park. Yeah, centerfold. Yeah, hard to say.
Yo, what they want is they won't leave me alone.
We back. Yeah,
brand new
let
episode
me
of
get in
Black
my
Otakus
zone.
culture.
Yeah, play the safe. Yeah, big mistake. Lay
Got
it
the
down.
whole squad on
Watch it
here.
break.
Finally,
Yeah,
been a while.
Austin
We've
Powers,
been
golden chain. Yeah,
finally
jewelry make it
full
snow,
on
my
for-
outfit make it rain.
I don't know what the word quartet. What the fuck was it? I don't know shit. Whatever. All four of us is here. Got the boy DC on here. He's back after a long hiatus.
Time skip time.
We got Trail Sav on here.
The Trail Sav Switch stand. This is a Switch stand account. Okay. If you not a Switch stand, it's best you stay open.
Hey, and then we got Young Cam on here. He's always flexing.
Unlike
reviews.
Chris, this will not collect dust. I will put
Nigga, my shit's not even collecting dust. It's right here, my nigga.
Last time I was at your crib,
Bro, that was a year ago.
Bitch is collecting dust, man. No,
Nigga, that was a whole year ago, my
the
nigga.
Grand Poobah, okay? This is the Grand Poobah right here, man. My internet was out. Fuck Comcast. And when I tell you,
we rocking neon in this bitch, bro. Y'all niggas got basic bitch red, blue, and
bro,
basic
all
bitch
right,
black.
you want to see me get a Switch in May? That's what you want to see. You want to see me have this bitch in May.
Nigga Cam out here
This is the
flexing.
only one.
Boy, this a
Look,
hundred.
Cam,
This a
I
hundred.
understand
This a
that
hundred.
you want to
This
beat
a
the
hundred.
Joy-Con issues and shit, G. So you gotta have multiples. I understand, bro. You can flex on us with that. Cool. But we all are Switch. Low key, we are all Switch users on this podcast. All of us. Ha ha ha. Hey. But yeah, so we all here. Glad to be back.
Nintendo, send us free shit.
Please.
Nintendo.
Hey,
gonna
but
be-
before we get into the episode though, like Team Jackson, baby, what's happening? What's happening?
Hey
Team
man,
Jackson?
know what, man? Hold
I
on.
see y'all here.
Hey, look, man. What a clown music at G. Hold on.
I see y'all here.
Hold on,
Glad
bro.
to see y'all
Hold
here,
on,
man.
man.
You know what
Hey,
I'm
look,
saying?
man. This is gonna be the earliest clown in Black Otaku's history. If you watching this episode, you wasn't expecting the clown. Look, bro, it be that way sometimes. But
What's
literally,
happening?
as black men, we've been wanting this nigga Derek Jackson up out there for the longest, G. Me specifically. Y'all sit there and be like, yo, what the fuck did Derek Jackson do to you? He speaks what the women want to hear. Keyword, what they want to hear. He pillow talks. That nigga ain't shit. That nigga's nothing but muscle. There was a rumor that the nigga's like 5'6". I cried. But yeah, I don't like niggas like Derek Jackson, G. I don't. Kevin Samuels is a real one. He's the GOAT of this week, by the way. But at the same time, fuck Derek Jackson, G. And this is gonna be a very fun, quick segment. Fuck that nigga. Fuck Derek Jackson. Fuck him. I'm glad everything that happened to him happened. I'm glad. Shout out to that black queen who said, "Hey, you ain't gonna put me in the shadows no more. I'm about to be in the light."
That
Scripture
white
came
balcony
to
nine,
light on her, and literally that man couldn't hide. I didn't know the man was married, by the way, and his wife had to come out of bed hurt and depressed. Poor soul, until she started talking about spiritual warfare. I'm like, shorty, this ain't the time. But Derek Jackson's done in these streets. That man is a serial cheater. That man was out here doing a lot of wrong against his marriage, the black women, tell him to shut up and hide, and then buy his book. Fuck that man, G. He's no different than Future. Hey, and guess what? You can't join the Free Band Baptist Church, by the way, because G, we not gonna let you in. We won't. Nah, sorry. Nope, sorry. Fuck you, Derek Jackson. I'm glad that your life is falling apart. I am gonna hop in your wife's DMs to just ruin your life even more. Just cause I'm a scumbag.
All you gotta do is hit her up with the Team Jackson. What's happening?
Exactly, because I am a scumbag, G. I'm literally just sit there and be like, what's good, what's happening? Because, G, I just want to see you burn. I just want to let you know that a big fat nigga literally hopped in your wife DMs and ruined your life even more, G, because she slide. She was going. So hey, all the muscle for nothing, you dumb bitch. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Anybody else want to get this Derek Jackson slander in?
Man, all I'm gonna say is this, man. Black men don't cheat. Disappointed in you, Derek Jackson.
He's Dominican.
Black men don't.
He's Dominican, G.
I can't believe you did this, bro. Listen, all jokes aside, it's wild that you recorded all those videos condemning black men. Not black men, but just condemning men in general. In front of the chick's house, dog. The audacity, man. You out here going like, hey, bro, men is scum. Literally every like Abba and Preach, shout out to Abba and Preach, shout out to Chisel Adonis. Everybody who has been doing videos basically slandering you has been putting up that voice clip of you saying that if a man cheats on you, he ain't shit, and he probably had he just got caught, which means he's probably been doing it before he cheated and all sorts of stuff. Before he's sticking his and cheating is not sticking the dick in it, is talking to her, engaging with her, and all this other shit, condemning men. And you doing this stuff in front of the chick's house. Wild. Then you record that funny ass confession video. And then to top it all off, you record a reaction to the confession video done in the third person. And then you advertise your book detailing about you cheating on your wife and the journey that y'all had to reconcile. You are wild, dog. This whole situation is hilarious. Like, I never took Derek Jackson seriously. But I will admit, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not one person to lie. There were some videos that Facebook assaulted me with because of algorithm reasons, where you said some things that okay, I see what you saying type of thing. Not like I fully agree with you, but it's like I'm meeting you in the middle of the road. Like, I see what you saying, my nigga. But the fact that all this happened, the fact that you blame God too, because we all Christian men on this podcast. He did, yeah. He said one of the reasons why he cheated is because he was mad at God, because like he was going through some things and like God let him down or something like that. So he resulted in cheating. Well, the fact that you not even taking full accountability for your actions. You were just a big clown, dog. Like it's one of those things where I'm just sitting in the corner sipping lemonade on the beach, watching you burn, bro. And it's good. We smoking on that Jackson pack.
Hell
that
yeah.
shit hitting right now. That's all I gotta say.
Anybody else want to get these bars off, G?
I'm good. I never cared for dudes.
Yep. So. Yeah, so fuck Derek Jackson, always and forever, G. All right, so let's get back into the pod. So that content that you guys so gravely enjoy, but so what we've been reading, watching, and playing. So reading, nothing. Reading Sakamoto Days. That's the only thing I've been reading. I'm enjoying it still. My man's literally used his former assassination skills to get his daughter a book bag, and it was funny as hell. Moving on to what I've been playing. 2K and Spider-Man. No, not I didn't play Spider-Man this week. 2K, and I played some God of War. Enjoying God of War, the PS5 edition. It's very beautiful. Shout out to boy. Moving on from there. Watching. Dr. Stone ended this week really freaking good. I would say it was probably the most consistently good anime this whole season. Like, I feel like there was not a bad episode. I think they learned their lesson from the first season, where I think in terms of how they just kind of will hit you with, oh, it's going to take a whole episode to figure out how to do this experiment and stuff with science. They hit you with all that stuff. The pacing was so much better because they hit you with the science. Also, it was like, hey, we're going to give you plot as well. So, like, pacing was really good. I enjoyed to start to finish. Now they're about to set sail, go around the world. So I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on the
You
next
know what's
season.
funny?
What?
You know what's funny? Hey, Trey, you already know what time it is. They're setting sail, and they've already confirmed the season 3. Whereas another show has set sail and still has yet to this day reached the other side of the continent. What show is that? The GOAT. Hunter!
Everything always goes back to Hunter slander, G. That is bogus as hell, G. That is sad, bro.
What y'all doing when I'm not here? Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, he said set sail, bro. Them niggas was
I
setting
was-
sail
I
on the
didn't
dark
expect him
continent
to- I didn't
before they
expect him
reached
to-
it.
Hunter is dead. So the ghost of Hunter just fucked me up in this game because I just got bodied. That's for all the shit talking.
Hey, but yeah, so so Dr. Stone's really good. Shout out, can't wait for season 3. Skate.
So is it safe to say that? Is it safe to say that I could pick it back up again?
Yeah, like I highly recommend this season. Like the pacing was really good. It wasn't like they spent like a whole 2 episodes just to figure out. That was one thing last season where it's like, gee, hurry the fuck up. I think it was
It's
making
talking
a
about
glass.
like light, making lights and shit like that too.
Yeah,
Like,
something like that. Like a lot of stuff. I'm like, gee, how advanced they got in one season. I'm like, yo, they went from making tanks and grenades and all of this shit. Like they're really pretty advanced at this point, and now they're working on making a boat. So, but yeah, so I think you would appreciate this season a lot more. But yeah, skate was really good this week because finally they're starting to skate. And also Adam just showing that he's team fuck these kids, literally and figuratively, because what he did to Reki,
gross ass nigga.
he's really a gross ass nigga. What he did to Reki this episode was just very wild. You literally
But
beat
Ricky
up
did
a
his
kid.
thing
G.
though.
Did his thing. Like I'm just glad he ain't smacked this nigga with a skateboard. Like I was waiting for him to smack this nigga with a skateboard, but it's good to see Reki have this moment. I wasn't really paying attention at the end. Did Reki win or did he lose?
No, he lost.
Oh, he lost. Okay, because I wasn't sure. Like,
So it's gonna be him. It's gonna be Adam versus Longa, which next week is the last episode.
of course. So. All right, but yeah, skate was really good this week because they actually skated and Promise Neverland. That's over with. I'm glad it's over with, and this is gonna be my final rant on this until they decide until the Mappa cut becomes a thing. So please, Mappa, if you listen to this and you have like a slow stretch of anime, pick up Promise Neverland and redo everything after they escaped. Please. So, what did these motherfuckers do to end it? So, the Peter Raichi nigga commits suicide, which I remember he did. I don't remember if he did or not. But I remember he died on the manga. Fuck him. Who cares? So, they proceed to go to the other world. But this is the problem. Our mom dies in the manga. She gets to go, her and all the other moms leave with the kids. No. So now everything's too happy and go lucky now. G, there's no consequences to the shit
Was that like
they
a
did.
big thing in the manga? Like when like all the moms die, or was it just Isabella?
Just Isabella. Isabella down was
Okay.
pretty big, and I think the demon that popped up, I think it was the queen. She popped up one last time. It was like, nah, you niggas ain't going nowhere. But yeah, so Isabella dying was pretty much a big deal because it was like, oh, they actually did a good job explaining, oh, okay, this is why she did what she did and whopped the bam and why she went heel. So, no, everything's too happy-go-lucky. So, they proceed to let everybody, all the Gracefield kids, all the moms and Grandma Isabella go to the human world. Plot twist. Emma, Norman, and Ray and a couple of the lab rats stay so that they can, for the next 6 minutes of no dialogue, save the demon world.
Oh, so that was what the slideshow stuff that y'all was talking about.
The PowerPoint.
Wow.
Wait, so she made the promise after all?
No,
No,
they didn't even acknowledge the promise.
it was the Neverland. That's what the show is called, the Neverland.
It was literally Neverland. They're like they mentioned a promise, but they never show her changing the promise. Because part of the promise for Emma was you couldn't go back, you can't reunite with your homies. You could go to the human world, but you sacrifice your homies. That was gee, fuck this show. But so during the PowerPoint, they finally mentioned the Demon Queen. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. They show them saving like other fields. I was kind of hoping that they'll say, oh, we're gonna show you Luvis or Goldie Pond. No acknowledgement of it at all. They just show them walking around and shit like that. And then they acknowledge that a war did happen between, I guess, the humans and the demons, and that just shows
Another one?
Exactly. Where they acknowledge, oh, they went and attacked the royalty, the demon royalty and shit. They acknowledge it, but they don't show it. They just show a bunch of flags and fire. So I'm like, you niggas are serious right now, huh? Then they show them showing the giving Mujika, whatever the fuck her name is, the crown, which is wrong because Luvis took the crown to be king of the demons. They fucking up. So Luvis doesn't exist here. They didn't even show the demon queen. They just say her by name, by the way. So then they show Phil. Fuck Phil, by the way, because literally Phil. I still don't understand the hype in Phil, by the way. But they show Phil in the human world, all the other kids. They living their life and crap like that. One of the moms look like they got married and shit. I'm like, oh, okay, they living normal lives. They show Phil and all the kids running by a lake, and a grown up Emma, Ray, and Norman, and that's how it ends.
They did what they trail like to do. It was wild.
They pressed X.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I got 2 new Switch games. Don't know what the fuck going on in this story. Don't know what the fuck going on in Monster Hunter story.
Look, we don't care about Monster Hunter stories. G. It's all about literally getting that loot, man. That's what it's all about. But yeah, fuck Cloverworks. G. I'm like, I keep tweeting them, and hopefully they don't block us on the Black Otakus page. I'm on y'all ass. G. I'm on y'all ass. Seriously, y'all fucked up so bad. Niggas is sitting there, even niggas who are anime only watchers, like, I'm so confused and shit. Like, this ending was very bad. I'm like, well, me as a manga reader, there's 100. They skipped over 100 chapters of content and plot. They're like, oh, for real? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
They want it out.
They want it out bad. Like, gee, I understand Horimiya is decent and fire, but bro, gee, it's a romance anime. You don't need animation crews for that, G. You don't.
We'll get to that.
I let Cam cook on that because I ain't watched this week's episode, and last week's episode was kind of a snore fest. So I don't know what Cloverworks is working on. I'll look at it later. But fuck you niggas, G. Outright to like fuck y'all, G.
I got a theory though. I have a theory. I think I know what happened. And I'm actually gonna apologize to everybody who is a Promise Neverland. I'm the reason why Promise Neverland ended. Peep it, right? I want y'all to peep this. So we all started reading Promise Neverland around the same time, right? I stopped reading Promise Neverland when we got to what part? Got right between the right before this Goldilocks shit happened.
Yeah,
That's when I stopped
right at
reading.
Goldie Pond.
And the anime deviated heavily on Goldie Pond. So here's what I'm thinking. They had
deviate. They didn't acknowledge it.
No, but listen. They had a like a statistics, right? They were saying they looked at the statistics of people who read Promised Neverland. And they was like, oh man, we got a lot of people who are enjoying Goldie Pond, enjoying the manga. Shit is awesome. And then they saw that it was one person that was reading Promised Neverland at the time who was like, hey, I'm out. And it was right before Goldie Pond. So what they did was like, we lost somebody. That means that this arc and everything that happens afterward is low key garbage. So we gotta change shit up for the anime, right? So that's what the manga did when they handed her the stats. Like, hey, it's this one dude who was reading your manga who legit stopped watching before Goldie Pond, and she was like, okay, we just go change it. No more Goldie Pond, no more Promise, no more Demon Queen, none of that shit. We changing it. So I'm gonna work with Cloverworks, and we gonna make sure that this dude stays tuned to season 2 to watch it. But fortunately, just like with Promise Neverland, my promise was not kept. So I apologize, y'all. I'm the reason why season 2 of Promise Neverland happened the way it did because I stopped reading it before Goldie Pond. So that made them self doubt and change it. So, I apologize to y'all. But at the same token, I don't give a fuck because that shit got boring as fuck to me. So
Yeah. So that's all. That's it. I'm like, and I was looking at everything Cloverworks has done. Like I was looking through the catalog. G. They don't have much action shit. The most action shit they have, Cam, you gonna laugh, is Darling and the Franks.
wait, they did Darling. It all makes sense now.
But they but Cam, hold on. They also did Millionaire Detective.
Oh.
But that's more,
That's like an exception to the rule. You know what I mean? Like that's like a, you know, even a cow farts smell good sometimes type of thing, right?
Yeah, like everything is very slice of life. Wait, they did some Fates? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember them doing some fake shit. But you foldable was like, man, we can't be doing all this shit.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm on y'all ass. I don't care what y'all did, G. So y'all kiss my ass, bro. Y'all fucked up. But anyway, y'all DC, you go ahead.
I was just saying they managed to make the manga look better, and I didn't think you could do that. That's wild. Because like unlike Cam, I love I stopped like after Goldie Pond, and I think me and Daytrell stopped at the same spot where I'm gonna say that I want to
kept
save
going.
the game.
I kept going.
I already don't care about the series, and hearing this makes me happy. So now even the anime watchers, I can say this show is trash. So it is what it is. We tried to warn you. Should have watched the pod. You could have avoided this.
I warned y'all. I told y'all. I stopped reading that stuff before Goldie Pond. I was like, bro, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. This shit kind of boring to me. I know y'all said Goldie Pond is heat, but now that we got the anime and now that we got the manga, ain't no need for me to divulge in that shit.
True.
I'm exempt from it. So hey, shout out to you, Chris. You stuck through this shit through thick and thin, bro. You deserve content that shit, bro.
They give you niggas content, bro. That's what the things I do for content, G. DC, you go ahead and do your reading watching plan.
Mine's gonna be quick. I think.
Oh, actually, DC, when you talk about watching, you should give us your quick little thoughts on the Snyder Cut.
Oh, okay, yeah. I love the Snyder Cut, and I will say that although that the length time is bogus, you cannot like anybody that says, "Oh, it needs to be 4 hours." No, that's horrible. That's horrible pacing.
You didn't like you didn't like the Village People singing when Aquaman went to the water?
There are parts that I hated, and that's one of them. I hate the slow mo. That pissed me off. I hated all the little unnecessary music set. You don't need to do it that much. You could have just kept the generic.
Specifically
like
for
Wonder Woman's
who?
Theme song, G?
Say it for that one woman. We know who.
You like the Wonder Woman?
Hey, Wonder Woman's OST was not it. That was garbage. Just kept. It was. My mom was making fun of it. That's how bad it was. And my mom loves Wonder Woman. She was making fun of it whole movie. So, but other than that, I will say that I really enjoyed because my main critique, I think everybody's heard me say, is that how Superman was written in the first one,
Yeah,
and I was
Jesus.
yeah, I I don't like Superman that much personally. Like I like him doing his own thing. I like him in his own movies, own comics, but I don't like him in Justice League settings only because for me, I think he doesn't need them.
It takes the threat because it's like Superman finna beat their ass.
Yeah, like I'm here to fight Darkseid and whoever is the guy that's whooping y'all ass, and that's cool. But it makes me think of everybody less. So it's like I like to keep him on his own thing. But this movie did a good job of showcasing the team, which I wanted.
Yeah.
It fleshed out Aquaman a lot more because he was just a dick in the last movie. I like Aquaman, but this helped him. It helped characterize him a lot more. Um, the cyborg stuff is way better in this one than the last one. But I will say he was a little bit too edgy for me.
Yeah,
I gotta ask you, how did you feel? Because we talked about this in the last week's podcast. But his fucking dad death scene, bro.
Well, it was
Okay.
still there on the first one, but it was no different.
I don't like that dad. I thought he was doing the most the whole movie. And when they was storming the building like the Justice League, and he was like, "Hey, this is a false alarm. Let me." He was trying to call the cops, and he's like, "Oh, false alarm." I'm like, "There's no point for him to be here." And then when he dies and tries to get the signal, or whatever, you could have just told him to do that. You didn't have to
Could have
die.
walked in, placed the cube,
Hello?
walked out, and pressed the button.
That was stupid. That was stupid. I was laughing. I was happy he died because I did not like his dad. I was with Victor on that. Like, fuck your dad. But yeah, I love what they did with the Flash in this movie. I'm happy that they made him because like I love the Superman scene where Superman sees him and he catches up to him. But it kind of made me sad because I'm like, dang, Flash is faster than this. But
Way
this
faster.
movie,
but he is. Hey, look, I'm a Superman stan, but Flash is young.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
why
a-
that's
this
the
is a
excuse
very
that this movie
inexperienced-
Pops
has.
told him not to go too
Yeah.
fast.
that
Nope.
is true.
I'm a Superman stan, but I always gotta eat the defeat of Flash being, faster than this nigga. It's just
And
over.
Loki more broken because this nigga can just reset time whenever he wants to.
I love that they did that. I love that.
But technically, Superman can reset time too.
Yeah, he can.
Not as good as Flash though.
All you gotta do is go around the Earth a couple more times and
Chris
reverse
Reeve.
that bitch back.
But yeah, I love the Flash. I was a little pissed off that gun, like that one parademon, was able to tag him. Like that pissed me
And the
off.
running.
Yeah, I'm like, no way in hell he's getting hit. Oh yeah, the running, he's like swimming. Like you could have kept that. Like I don't know, but I mean, I like Ezra Miller a little bit, but I do like the first movie. He wasn't that annoying, but the second movie, I kind of felt like his jokes weren't funny.
Come on, in the Snyder cut.
Yeah, both cuts. I don't like. He was like when he says like, "What is a resume?" Like that didn't.
Oh
make
yeah,
me
what is
laugh.
brunch or something like that? Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, it didn't make me laugh at all. The only times he
Marvel.
was funny was like when he got hit and he was like, "I just need a minute," and he was like breathing hard. Like that made me kind of laugh. And then like maybe I don't remember. I don't think any scene made me laugh by him, but they could have. I do like the little like character scenes with him and his dad. Those were good, but the jokes just leave it to I don't know who else, but don't have him be the joke guy no more.
Nobody. Nobody in that
Yeah.
bitch is funny. I except for Batman. Surprisingly, Batman was probably like the funniest dude out of in the
No.
Justice League.
Gail Gadot was, cause Kal-El, no. Kal-El.
Oh my god, Jack, G, we gonna end up going. Hey, look, before we don't want to go back.
I'll wrap my little segment up real quick, but like I enjoy everything. I love the Martian Manhunter inclusion. I was pissed off though because I'm like I expected him to come later, and he only came at the final.
It don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing.
I like anybody that resembles like anything that resembles the cartoon team. I love. I want that. So like, when I saw him, I'm like, okay. But
The dreams is gone, bro. Them dreams is gone.
in the epilogue scene, I love the epilogue scene, but I'm bitter because we're never gonna get this.
Nope.
But like that talk with, because I love Jason. Jason Todd is my favorite Batman family member. I'm basic as hell for that, but it is what it is. So that little talk that they had about Jason was pretty cool, and it opened up doors, and we never seen Jared Leto talk to Ben Affleck, so it was cool to see that finally and have that pseudo payoff. But yeah, it's just bitter. Like I'm bitter because I want DC to be good, but Warner Brothers just can't get it right.
It's a shitty movie company, keeping their actors.
It's true. They just need to. I don't know what it is. The animation studio need to absorb the film, whatever. I don't know what it. Blow it up. Don't do no more films because I don't see how y'all could get it right beyond the Zack Snyder stuff. But I give it a good 7. I liked it.
What would you give the original?
The 2, 3.
Damn.
That shit garbage, bro. That shit garbage. I hate that movie, bro. I did not like that movie. I still like Aquaman better. I still like the first Wonder Woman better than this movie. But it's better than Batman v Superman, and it's better than Justice League.
Yeah. And 84.
Oh, 84. Big garbage. That's like a 2-2.
That's a
man. But I'll just skip like my reading. I will say, Cam, for Rent a Girlfriend, he finally said well no he did no he finally told the underage chick that hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go with Mizuhara, but obviously she wasn't going. But he's taking the steps to like, I can't be doing this crap. I'm trying to
be a creep.
Yeah. And then mommy chick is like, everybody know, like mommy just came out and said, oh, I know her false identity. She just told Mizuhara, yeah, I know what's going on. So she's probably gonna snitch to the grandma. So that's gonna be interesting. What else did I read? Oh yeah, Black Clover.
Mommy's the type of person that listens to Derek Jackson.
She do. Believe every word too. And
they need some Kevin Samuels in their life.
People need to stop. That's what they need to do. Worry about yourself. But Black Clover though, the 2 chapters that I read, they're fleshing out what's his name, Kim? I forgot. The vice captain of the Black Bulls.
Oh. Nah, I don't know his name either, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but it's pretty textbook. I know what it is, but I won't spoil because I know people are still watching it. But I enjoy that character though, so I'm interested in this devil stuff.
Because I don't know if it's gonna even get there.
No, I didn't catch. I still gotta catch up.
Oh, no, sorry, Ken.
7 episodes behind.
Yeah, they're going over his backstory somewhat, but it's tied to Yami, so it's interesting. Then I think One Piece last week y'all talked about the Odin stuff, right?
Talk about the Odin.
Yeah.
What else
was it on break?
chapter?
It was on break, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
no,
it was on break.
This episode,
yeah.
No,
we did talk. We talked about it. We did talk about it though. Like we did.
Talk about the theories, the potential theories. We didn't talk about this actual chapter that just happened.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll leave that for later. I think that's it. I don't think was it like Dragon Ball Super? Y'all talked about Super.
Yeah, talked about Super and Boruto.
Yeah, Cam hit that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Boruto.
Boruto, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Super, I'm enjoying it. I like the little 2 color spreads of that's on Instagram. I think it's like, I don't know if it's fan made or it's like, you know how like sometimes they get covers of manga before they release.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I would love to see how like Vegeta in the Galactic Patrol armor and Goku in
it.
Yeah, like if that's how this arc is going, I'm enjoying it because I saw 17 on there. I saw Gohan. Yeah, that's it for me this week.
Right,
I'm gonna try to go super speed. Switch, got that. Beautiful. Didn't watch anything. And the only thing I talk about is bought the Dragon Ball Superheroes game. Enjoy it. The greatest thing about that is making different teams and finding out that Golden Frieza has another transformation after Golden Frieza. And just fuck it. For anybody who on the YouTube side, and if you watch and you saw the other side of this screen of the first match I had against Golden Frieza, you would have seen he absolutely fucking bopped me in that 3rd round. And I just was quiet because I didn't feel like screaming. But I was able to beat him because of team comp. But yeah, you got a gotcha system. I am addicted to Dragon Ball gotcha games and stuff for
But
legends,
it's not. You don't pay for it. It's all in-game shit. So
which is amazing, and they make you grind for it too. But other than that, chilling. Monster Underworld, me and Cam will talk briefly on that later. But enjoying my Switch, playing No Man's Sky. If I play my PS4, that's about it.
PS5.
PS5, fuck, you know. Look, I'm a Nintendo stand now. I can't. I be messing up.
They're all trash consoles.
You know what else?
About the Switch.
Same thing to me. I'll be back. Oh, and I've been playing Apex with Extra and Beanos. I have actually have more wins in Apex than I do Fortnite.
Hey.
I'll be back.
All right, so for me, reading Lore Olympus, really good chapter. Basically, the last two chapters we're dealing with, if for people who know about mint, like the actual plant, mint's backstory and like actual Greek mythology. Essentially, I don't know if it was Persephone, but essentially, mint was an actual like imp. I think it was imp. I think they call them imps, right? And she was an imp, and essentially, what happened is that she was cursed with turning into a plant, and her name was Mint, and she turned into a mint plant. So that's kind of like when you hear about stories about, if you've ever heard anything about the actual mint plant. That's kind of the Greek mythology lore behind it. So in the actual Lore and Olympus story, Mint, when she was an imp, was dating Hades, and now that Hades is like, yo, fuck you, I'm all about Persephone. She got jealous. She basically tried to confront Hades while Persephone was there. Persephone got pissed and basically cursed her and turned her into a plant. So this chapter was basically dealing with the aftermath of
Turned
like
the ass into Za.
turn her to a plant.
Turned the
So
ass
this is
into a
basically
bag of
dealing
weed,
with
nigga.
you don't mess with Persephone, bro. She's the goddess, she's the goddess of spring and goddess of death, in the same semblance. So very interesting stuff. I'm just enjoying the series just because it's romance. You know, I love romance and Greek mythology. I'm a huge fucking sucker for Greek mythology. I find it so very interesting. Great series. I'm gonna keep saying it. Webtoons. Rachel Smith. That's next on the Crunchyroll originals. Make it happen. And for watching, what did I say? I talk about Chris.
Horimiya.
Horimiya. Yeah. Okay. Another Cloverworks L. This episode was a fucking snooze fest. I think next episode is I think the next episode is the last one, right? Because it's
More
13.
than likely it is. Yeah.
If this next episode did what this episode did, I'm good on season 2. You can keep Horimiya. I'm like this episode. So Chris spoiling because literally this it's about purple hair folks and blonde chick. She goes over his house, and no, it's not anything sexual, nothing like that. They're just playing fucking video games. He's talking about like he likes her, but he doesn't want to confess his feeling to her because it's embarrassing shit. I do not give a fuck. And what else was? And then like the freaking student council president doesn't want to go over his girlfriend's house because he's afraid of bugs, and her has bugs in it. Not like actual live bug, but like freaking plastic hates with bugs displays, and he doesn't want to see that. And then we get 5 minutes out of this total episode of Tori and Miyamura actually interacting with each other. It was a nice little interaction. I won't spoil that because it was a pretty sweet interaction, but it's too much focus on side characters and not enough on the actual characters the show is named about. I came here to see Hori and Miyamura's relationship, the comedy between them, how they impact the world around them and the characters around them, not side characters and shit. Like unnecessary high school love bullshit drama. I do not care about. So this episode was a hell. This show started off. So
this what the fuck you look like a piece of shit. This look like some shit.
That's what it's looking like.
It's such a shame because because DC knows. Like I was talking this show up. Like whenever we would have.
I love the show. It's just.
But like this show fell off. It just fell off for me, bro. Like it's just like I'm really here for Hori and Miyamura. Like if you were to have the characters kind of like confront and bring their problems to them, and then they somehow shape how their the other relationships of the other characters go, I would have been fine with that. But like literally cutting like whole episodes dedicated on these characters without showing your flagship characters is, bro, like this ain't One Piece. You ain't got 500,000 characters where you can cut to all other places while a fucking war is going on, nigga.
And
You
they're
only
not
got
that interesting like One Piece characters.
right. You don't have that luxury of cutting to your different characters. And I was looking at some forums and shit, and people were that was a big complaint. Is that like after a certain chapter in the manga of Horimiya, they do a lot of focus on the side characters instead of Hori and Miyamura. And I also heard that the final chapter was very disappointing.
I ain't watching
Damn
that.
it. Damn it, man.
Like DC, watch up until episode 9.
All right, I'm gonna check it
No,
out.
Up
just
to
don't,
episode 9.
just don't, bro. Just don't watch it, bro.
Now, episode
I'm
9 is
probably-
like the season finale, technically.
Yeah, oh yeah, because that's one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
technically season.
episode
That's
9.
series
Episode
finale.
9 is because like after that is literally like when you care about purple hair folks, you care about green hair shorty, you care about blonde hair. It's nonsense. So moving on from there, uh, we're talking about everything else later, right, Chris?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, we're gonna hit
2.4.
ReZero, Jujutsu, Attack on Titan. and
Oh,
One
but not
Piece.
2.43.
Yeah, you hit that because yeah.
I'll yeah. So 2.43 ended this week. I have to say that this was a good fix. You know what I mean? Like this is kind of like when you a drug addict and you used to smoking like the highest form of crack. So like you go on rehabilitation, but then you get that fix, that one more time fix. Like I need. So like IQ is like that that premium. I gotta hit this shit, and every time I hit this shit, is you know what I mean? And now I'm waiting on season 5. I'm in I'm in rehab, but I still need my fix. I still need something to calm the itch. And that was what 2.43 was. Um and I like this final episode. It basically, I don't know if we're gonna get a season 2. I hope so because I really want to see the spring tournament and I want to see them play against other people. But essentially, it's setting up like they win obviously against the people, and now they're training and getting ready for spring tournament. But like the biggest kind of conflict in the episode is that dude with the glasses, he's like kind of feels a little bit empty because like he's like, okay, what happens next type of thing. And then he talks to the main guy of the enemy team they're facing, Subaru. um he's at their training camp and he's like, oh, I'm gonna be going to, I think they call it like U21 and U19, which is essentially spots that are
It's like
elected spot
like Olympic.
for the
It's
national
like
teams.
yeah, for the national Olympic teams and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were like, so he was basically like, you and your friend, who you could potentially be selected to be a part of the Japan national youth team for volleyball. So then now the glass dude is like, okay, let's win this spring tournament and then let's take on the world. Like I want to play against people all around the world. So I don't know if that it's kind of like it's over now. That's their goal. That's all you
It's
get.
like a
Move on.
It's like a future motivation.
Yeah, but I mean, I would still like to see a season 2. I would still like to see them take on the spring tournament like that. But if we don't get it, it's still a satisfying ending. We got a really good game of volleyball because the animation, I forgot to mention this the last time I talked about 2.43. Animation when they were playing volleyball, specifically with Subaru, the guy on the enemy team, was really, I'm talking like it's kind of like I was getting like high Q PTSD as far as like, holy shit, this is some really good spiking animation, blocking animation. It was just really good. So like season 2 with that kind of style would be amazing. But all in all, if I were to give a final verdict for 2.43, I give it a strong 8 out of 10. I kind of started harsh on it just because I'm a high Q stan and like nothing can touch the greatness that is high Q. But upon giving it a chance and looking at the episodes and looking at the actual volleyball matches that they had, it was a solid show. So I recommend it if you are into volleyball and you are like me waiting for season 5 of IQ. Um, and then also, oh, another thing too that I want us to wrap up is Jobless Reincarnation also ended last week. 11 episodes. I was not expecting that. But it did also get confirmed to get a season 2. I like this show. It's an I everybody on this podcast knows I have a low tolerance for isekais. Like it's like if you don't hit that mark right, then it's an instant drop for me. But I do like what Jobless Reincarnation does as far as like the main character, how he's like basically a fucking loser in real life, but then when he gets reincarnated, I think the good thing is that he starts off as like a literal newborn baby. So it's kind of like us, the viewers, looking at the show. We get to kind of experience him grow into becoming that like character who's eventually going to be the most broken person in the whole world and blah blah blah. Instead of just off the bat like I'm the most strongest nigga in this world, but I have zero personality like every other isekai. But in this show, like he actually had, you get to kind of see him dealing with the consequences of him being a shut in when he was in real life and how it transfers to him in the new world and how he interacts with several characters. In the current arc that we're in now, where they're in like this demon continent. He befriends one of these guys. I forgot what to call him, but it's basically like they're basically like the black people of the show. Nobody likes them, and they're banned from going into cities and shit like that. And so the main character makes it his goal to basically say like, hey, these guys are people just like us, and like they're not scary. They care about people, about being an asshole to it. So cool. This is a really cool show. If I were to give this show a final verdict, I would give it a 9 out of 10. This is probably like one of the best isekais I've seen in a while, probably ever, because like me, there's no such thing as a good isekai. Um, but uh, yeah. So that was Jobless Reincarnation. So all in all, I guess we'll talk about this later, like our thoughts on the overall winter anime, right? Once we talk about like the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll save it for that. But two solid two solid shows finishing. And on to playing. So I recently got what I call uh freaking phone activated. Shout out to me upgrading. Your boy got the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We big boys, we big league. You know what I'm saying? I saw the 5G hit when I was in downtown. I was like, oh my god, I'm 5G. I'm finna get coronavirus now. So, it is what it is.
I hope you
Um,
people that was sharing that shit, you looking at your Facebook memories in shame. That's all I'm gonna say.
they not. They probably fans of Derrick Jackson. But anyway, on to playing. So I recently got this game, and this was a game that I was looking forward to a lot. Called Story of Seasons: Pioneers of Olive Town. Essentially, like Daytrail knows because he's played it. It's a not he's played it, but like if you know about farming simulators, specifically if you know about Stardew Valley, this game is literally 3D Stardew Valley. Um, with some slight differences, but I really like this game. This is basically one of like the ultimate kind of like chill games. There's some thinking required because it's a farming simulator. You have to set shit up. But I'm all in all, I'm enjoying it. Like the core mechanics of actually establishing a farm, like establishing like barn animals and shit like that. All that is there. The stark differences is that it's easier to maintain inventory. Like I know, like people who play Stardew Valley, getting them book bag upgrades is like necessary, especially at the beginning of the game when you collecting a whole bunch of shit and you don't want to keep going back and forth and like building chests and shit like that. It gets annoying. But in this game, inventory management way fucking easier. It's a lot easier as far as like setting up crops. It's a lot easier as far as like building up kind of like makers. So like they have things like brick makers, textile makers, um, ingot makers where you can convert ore into like pure gold or pure silver, shit like that, so you can upgrade your farming tools like your axe, your hammer, watering cans, shit like that. It's really easier to communicate with like townspeople because there's like a skill tree that's in this game where essentially You can level up like your crops. You can level up your crop skill. You can level up your communication skills, things like that. The story, so to speak, of the game is similar to Stardew Valley, where your granddad owned the farm and you want to work in the farm, so you go back to where your granddad is because he's dead and he has a farm, so you take over it. Um, and the game does have waifus, so shout out to that. And also the game is very inclusive. Like I mean, like super inclusive. I'm talking, you can make before you even choose before you even choose a gender role, so to speak, you can make like a dude character dress up like a female with a dude voice or whatever we want to call it. And then you go into the actual game itself, and like the mayor of the town confirms with you, are you a boy or are you a girl? Like something like that. So like, very inclusive. Everybody in that town who's a bachelor or a bachelorette, so to speak, is bi. So, gay marriage, same sex marriage, very inclusive. So I say get the game, man. I think it's a really chill game. You play it however you want to play it. And it's only $50. Which for the amount of stuff that you can do in that game, it's worth that price and more. So I would give it a first impressions rating of, honestly, as far as farming simulators go, aside from Stardew Valley, which if you ask me to rate Stardew Valley, it's an easy 10 out of 10. That game is fucking amazing. Story of Seasons to me is also a 10 out of 10. Since it's 3D Stardew Valley and it does a lot of things that I liked that Stardew Valley does, and improve on some of the things that I kind of was like, this is kind of annoying. Or I don't like doing this in Stardew Valley. It's a lot more easier to do Story of Seasons. Pick up the game if you want a chill game to play. And also shout out to One Piece Treasure Cruise. They released a batch for the Beehive Island. So Gecko Moria, got a new Blackbeard legend, and we got a bunch of the Blackbeard pirates like Vasco, freaking chick with the sword, dude in the prison clothes. Um, so really good batch and content surrounding that story island. I'm saying this for tax cut purposes, just in case people don't know about one. I don't care. I can write this down. Tax season roll next year. So that's the One Piece, and also Dokkan Battle too with Broly. Tax reasons. That's it for me.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead. We'll do Tupac and Winter Soldier later. Let's stick to anime shit. So let's do ReZero first. So ReZero hit its season finale this week as well. Um, it was an okay episode. Like nothing too flashy. They killed the demon rabbits.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, unfortunately, but that was the big threat of the entire season was the demon rabbits. And so yeah, like, and Subaru has a lolly whose hand he has to hold, which gives him powers. That's one thing I learned. So
no, so Beatrice is basically like, you know how Puck is to Amelia what Beatrice is to Subaru now. She formed a contract.
oh,
They both formed a contract. So now Beatrice is Subaru's great spirit, basically.
okay, that makes sense. Oh well, Subaru has access to magical powers now, where he can kill the demon rabbits. So um, it seems it's confirmed that Rose Wall and Ram is going to be a thing. I guess.
I don't know. I think I don't. You keep going. I'll get my thoughts on
Uh,
it.
they did also let Rosewall let them all whoop his ass at one point, which made me believe because Ram did let that nigga console his stuff on her thighs. In Japan, that's a huge compliment. Uh, what else
Or it
happened
could
on
just
this
be the sign of
episode?
being a simp.
Yeah, he's a simp out here in these streets, so he's down badly. Um, anything else happened on this episode? Oh, the Amelia shit with Subaru was just cringy. Like, how old are you? How old are you, bro? Like you thought you was pregnant off of a kiss, and I'm like, bro, what the
Oh
fuck?
yeah,
That
yeah,
shit.
because that's the trope. It's like a romance, like rom com trope. Unfortunately, where like a lot of shows do this, where girls are so innocent that they think that if they get kissed on the lips that they get pregnant. It's
Yeah.
um
I was like, okay, whatever. Especially after everything wild that just happened. Um, then I think they had a conversation about Subaru being her knight, and I was like, okay, I guess that's an upgrade.
well,
I
he got
guess
knighted.
he got
He got
knighted, yeah.
knighted.
So
That's for
he's
sure.
officially her knight. So similar to how the other niggas who's trying to be elected to be whatever, uh, he's that to her officially now. So yeah, that's all I remember. It was whatever after the rabbits
Yeah,
died.
this is another one of those shows that fell off for me. Unfortunately, like this show became a fucking chore to watch after a while, bro. To the point where I made it every time because for people who don't know, I watch all my weeklies typically on Saturdays before we record, just so that I can have it fresh in my mind when we talk about stuff. And I watch ReZero. I was watching ReZero first, get that shit out the way. Um, it got to that point for me. This episode was I liked the Subaru Beatrice stuff. Even though I don't know, I fucking hate lollies, but I do like the context of Beatrice's character. I like what Subaru did as far as like freeing her from that contract, so to speak, and basically going like, listen, yo, fuck what your mom said, bro. Like, be you and join me. And so like, it's pretty cool that Subaru kind of got an upgrade, even though like he's weak. He's still technically weak as shit, but like he's far more powerful end of season two than he was end of season one, start of season one, and then even end of season one. So it's nice to see kind of like his growth power wise in the structure of the universe of ReZero. Um, the final confrontation with the rabbits was kind of cool, so to speak. Um, wasn't anything too. I was expecting kind of more flashy animations, but I mean, Beatrice did do some OP shit. So I mean, he has a OP lolly, a magical goddess at his side. So like that nigga can't be touched. The Rosewall stuff pissed me off. Um, like him getting beat up and stuff like that. Like the thing is that like because I don't care about a lot of characters in that show, them being mad at Rosewall did nothing to me because it was just like, especially Petra. Like when she started going like, "I hate you," I'm like, "Bitch, shut your goofy ass up!" Like nobody cares about your opinions or thoughts or anything. Like, shut up. You a maid. Serve. You're
Mm.
not entitled to no opinions. Fucking goofy broad, bro. She listening to Derek Jackson, bro. It's not your fault. It's his fault. Head ass. Um, but yeah, that whole confrontation was dumb. Amelia cringy shit like say sorry, say sorry. Now we can move on. Just and the Ram and Rosewall stuff. The way I see it, I still think that he's because when he was talking to Subaru, he said that his goal was to bring his teacher back, and like he's like I want to like just and then like it showed a shot of Rim, and my theory is that basically he's gonna absorb Subaru, and whatever way Subaru finds a way to bring Rim back, he's gonna try to utilize that same method to bring Echidna back. So I would say that like he's still deeply in love with Echidna, and Ram is a simp basically. Like he cares about Ram now as a person, but I don't think he loves her. I think he's more like whatever. I guess you can stick around me. It's a lot. It's a lot of simps in the show basically. Because Garth is a simp too because he likes Ram and Ram does not like
Hey,
simp gonna simp.
refriend zone, G.
Re-simp
Refriend
zone,
zone.
bro.
Resentful refriend zone.
The Amelia stuff was low key. The Amelia knighting ceremony stuff was scarce. I mean, it was cool. It's again, Kasuru is the main character. I have to have a main character bias. This was a good moment for him because he got his dream of being the ultimate simp for Amelia. So shout out to him. And then the conversation they had on the balcony was annoying because it's like just fucking say that y'all like each other and move on. Y'all not high schoolers, y'all not fucking kindergartners. Y'all can say, hey, we both have feelings for each other. We like each other instead of I promise, come to my room and I'll tell you how I feel about shut up, bro. Um yeah, this again, just like Horimiya, when season 3 comes out, obviously I'll watch it because I'm deep in the show. But I'm not hyped for season 3. I don't. Chris, do you care about this royal selection shit, or do you even know why we care? Why should we care about this royal selection shit?
Uh, if I recall, it not really, but I think it should. If I had to take an assumption, when them niggas popped up on the beginning, got fact in the beginning of this season, when them niggas popped up, the greed nigga and I forgot what the other dude name. Uh, I think they purpose was to affect the um the
But
royal
we don't
selection.
know what we don't know. Like, we're end of season 2, and we have no idea. Why should we care about the royal selection? Why should we care that Amelia of all people should ascend the throne? Like, what is her ascending the throne gonna do for anybody? What is the important? Like, we don't know any of that shit. And so it's like it's hard to get hyped about the future when it's like I don't even know what the fuck is going on in the present. So all in all, if I were to give ReZero a final rating, I'm giving this season 2 as a whole. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Average. Just average.
Yeah, for me,
And
I give it a 6. It's like I know it's still average, but like
slightly
the
above
highs were
average.
really good, but the lows were just
Really
Jesus
low.
Christ. It's just like Jesus Christ.
And there
So
were a
like
lot of lows this season as opposed to highs.
especially the second half. Like the second half was just Jesus Christ. Like at least the first half, I'm like, okay, we got a lot that went on, and a lot of Subaru deaths. So that I'm always down for Subaru dying in the most witty of ways. So, but like the second half was just like, shout out to character development, but it was like, okay, bro. So, let's go ahead and move on. Jujutsu Kaisen, perfect way to really end the season. You could just tell Mapple had the A team, the B team,
They
the S
blew
team,
their
C
entire.
team.
This was like a. They blew their budget on this episode.
Exactly. Like they said, hey, everybody involved on this episode. So but yeah, like I truly enjoyed the fight in itself. Like even though like I said last week, I really didn't care about last week's episode as much. Just for the setup and all of that. Like I know we got Fushiguro have his moment, but like just to actually see like the growth of Itadori as a fight as a
And
jujutsu
Itadori,
sorcerer,
bro.
and even I really hate that I forgot Shorty name, but not
Sakura with the
Sakura.
hammer.
Yeah, Hammer Chick more useful than Sakura. Sakura, have her really show like the extent to how great her powers are was really dope. It's dope to actually see like they're not actually fighting cursed spirits now, but it's actually like yo, we're fighting actual like humans now,
Living beings. They're not
like
humans,
living
but like kind of
curses.
living.
Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like I think they might dwell more into it the next season, but it is a good way to introduce like, hey, like these are living human curse type beings right now that you guys are fighting. They're not just like spirits that you just exercise. And just the fight in itself was really dope. Like I was like,
Animation was really
whoo,
good. Like
like this is what we mean by like sometimes like when we see fights in the manga, it's like, oh, okay, this looks dope, but like I want it animated to pristine. This is with shonen particularly. This is how you do it. You supposed to capitalize on moments like this, and they did. Especially like for a character who hasn't really got a lot of shine with Hammer Shorty. It's like, okay, we gotta make her look good, and like she looked great in these moments. So like, shout out to Mappa, especially because it's funny because it's just like we know the mangaka doesn't care about the women characters much, but they did a good job making her look strong. when even most of the female characters, even though I know Cam is very didn't care for most of them, most of the female characters look really good throughout the anime in itself. Um, Hammer Short definitely looked really great, and her power is the most interesting, like the most interesting amongst a lot of the characters, because just like she can really take out most of them if she has time and like range and stuff.
No,
Like I
no,
like
she
her
can't.
ability. You said what?
I don't think she can. Maybe like the B team niggas in the other school, but like they wank everybody in the main Jujutsu Kaisen school so much that it's like I don't see it. And a nigga, nah.
Well, of course, Panda nigga,
Folks,
that nigga.
folks that talk can literally just tell her sit the fuck down and don't do shit.
We
Can't
know,
do
yeah. But
nothing.
like, I like the potential depth it has, but like in terms of everything else, like everybody else is broken as shit. And then you have bootleg Rock Lee woman.
Yeah, Rule 23 Rock Lee.
There we go. Wait, but I overall enjoy like Jujutsu Kaisen. Like I said with Doctor Stone was really consistent. Like Jujutsu Kaisen really didn't have much of a low moment. If it even if it was probably like a couple of episodes or a few episodes in itself. But like I enjoyed it from start to finish. It's a good start, and I just hope it's like I said, it's only up from here because you have the hype now. You're at this point. You're like going in. You're up there with in terms of hype now. You're up there with My Hero now. Like even though we give My Hero flack on this podcast, anime wise, but you're up there in terms of hype now. Like you people be like, oh man, I can't wait till the new My Hero season start. You're up there with that now. So like I'm sure Mappa's going to continue to invest a lot of budget animation time towards Jujutsu Kaisen. So I'm really curious to see where things go. I don't know where
Unless it
things are
gets
going with
picked
the
up by another
manga.
studio.
You said what?
Unless it gets picked up by another studio.
I hope not. If Map was smart, you hold on to this tightly, G. Alex, I don't know where the manga's going from here, so like that depends on how the next season may look or the direction they may go. But it's only up from here in terms of like hype. Like in terms of hype, it's up there. Like niggas love this series. So like I'm enjoying it. Like I'm giving it for its first season. I'm giving it like 8.5.
It was the first season was really good, man. I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I'd say like my thoughts on the final episode. And don't hate me, just don't hate me. I'd say it's kind of like I'm in the same position as I watched another Mappa related show, God of High School, where I really love the action, but I don't really care much about the characters and the story. I'll say it like that. I except with Itadori, I love Itadori's growth. Him doing what he did, and especially like after he fought, he was like, it hurts. Like when he killed a dude, freaking muscle bound dude, he's like, it hurts. And he had that conversation with Sakura with the hammer in the forest. That was a good conversation when he was like, he cried. I killed somebody that tears were shed for the body that I just killed. I like that. Like it kind of shows like okay,
Human. He's
it makes
very
him
human.
interesting. I mean, even though it's going in as all hell, you care about the enemy. The main character cares about the enemy shit. I still like the way they phrase it. I think it was confirmed. Like last week was kind of like, but this week sealed it. The nail in the coffin, so to speak. I don't like the shorty. I don't like her. I don't like Sakura with the hammer. Her personality, it just doesn't vibe with me. Battle wise, she's cold as fuck. You won't hear me. It's the same thing I say with Sakura in Naruto. Like when she had that arc where she fought bootleg Itachi or whatever that nigga with the Sharingan was, she had that cold ass fight. I was like, yo, Sakura, cold as fuck. Don't like her character, but cold as hell in battle. The same thing with Sakura with the hammer. It's not like oh you're being misogynistic, blah blah blah. No. I really do not like her person. Um, it just doesn't. I mean, she just kind of. It's like they try too hard to make her sound badass, but to me it just comes off as cringy. And I'm just like, you ain't got to do all that. Just fight. about it's like we'll talk about this in Monster Hunter. Niggas talk too much. Just fight. So um yeah, that's that. And the thing is like it's kind of funny. It's like was again 'cause I know I'm comparing it a lot to Naruto, but I aside from Itadori, I really don't care about the trio, the team seven. I like Itadori. I don't really care about Fushiguro, and his thing with the clans and shit like that. Like his thing with his sister that they tried to force on me, like last episode. Didn't care about that. And Sakura with the Hammer, I just don't like her personality. So it's like it's weird. I'm in a weird state of flux with Jujutsu Kaisen. Like Chris said, it's hype. I'm not really hyped on anything as far as like what to look forward to next. Like the only thing I'm genuinely looking forward to in Jujutsu Kaisen is the Sukuna stuff, him collecting all the fingers, whatever, because that was the biggest thing of interest to me. And I kind of didn't like how Sukuna took a backstage for like the longest fucking time. Like he literally just started talking again this episode, and we got like 10 something episodes without any Sukuna action. Um, but aside from all that, it's kind of little nitpicks, but that's when I'm watching stuff. This is just how I see it. So if you don't like it, I could give two fucks. It's my opinion. If you like Jujutsu Kaisen, if you like Soccer with the Hammer, me not liking them should not ever hamper your experience of liking them. So it is what it is on that. Somebody just got knocked out.
Yeah, Sean O'Malley, I think, knocked the fuck out of us.
You talking names? I don't know nothing about UFC, so I don't give a shit. But anyway, uh,
Don't work very happy right.
it's not a decision though.
So that's Stipe and Ngannou.
Oh, you probably bet against that. But yeah, if I were to give Jujutsu Kaisen an overall rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. For the first season, above average, way above average because 6 is slightly, 7 is above. But it didn't hit that great mark for me, which is usually around 8, just because I really only cared about the action of the show, just similar to God of High School. Characters are all right, and the story as a whole is interesting, but there's not enough of a pull for me to care about what's going on in season 2. So that's it for me.
All right, I ain't mad at it. But yeah, so shout out to Jujutsu Kaisen. DC, you really didn't watch it much, right? So you really don't got much to add, right?
I watched the episode, but I read more. Like the episode that you guys finished, that's where I left off. Like that's where I stopped in the manga. I'm pretty casual on Jujutsu Kaisen, so I'm not like an encyclopedia on the story. I'm just
Mm.
read it. I like Kugisaki, and so when I read this and saw them animated and shit, it was amazing
It
to
was a
me.
dope moment.
I
Dope
like her
moment.
personality, just me personally, because I like. I get Cam's criticism because she is meant to be like a a new twist. Well, not a new twist, but a different take on the main heroine. It's not a new character. It's just usually this character isn't put in the main three. So now the brutish female that's also pretty. I like that personality type. So it's cool. So I like the main. I don't care for Megumi at all. I don't like him. Black hair
Yeah.
dude. I like Gojo, Kugisaki, Toto. There's a couple characters I like, but I just don't get the lore. Like where we're
Yeah.
at, I don't get the
That,
lore. I don't get how the
that's the
powers
thing for
work.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
and like this show does another thing that annoys the hell out of me. I call it the Krillin syndrome, where they like to explain everything about the powers and like what they're doing instead of just showing us it.
that's true.
Like Goku's gonna do a Kamehameha, and then in this episode, curse is not it's not blood really, it's decomposition. It's like, bro, like show, don't tell. You don't have to show me a whole bunch of exposition. I see your blood when it touched that rock, it singed, which means your blood does something bad. I don't need you to tell me that my blood does something bad. And it's like, I just saw it. Your blood does something bad. So, like, stop treating me like a fucking idiot. Like, I just don't like that stuff. So,
I get what
but
you mean.
I agree with you, DC, where the lore, it's like, I'm really interested in the Sukuna stuff, but there's not enough put into there. And it's like a lot of moments in that show, and I'll wrap it up with this moment so we can move on. But a lot of moments in that show that I really tone. The tone of that show is very inconsistent to me. There are a lot of moments in this show in which it should be like some, okay, like this is some deep thinking, like okay, like all right, like let's see, and then they try to like they MCU it, they Marvel it, they try to turn it into a joke or they try to make it sound funny when it's like, bro, like you take this seriously? Like, can we get some depth into this fucking story and the characters? And they just kind of, no, we want to get that 10-second laugh track off, and it's like, I don't know. I'm nitpicking, but like it's just a lot of stuff in that show to me that kind of hampers it from getting that great mark.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I think it's good. I know people giving it the crown, which I'm like, you're jumping the horse here. Chill out. But I think it has a good future in Shonen Jump. But
Yeah.
based on how My Hero is, I don't think it's gonna touch My Hero. If
No, it's not.
My Hero goes the way
It's
goes,
not.
I don't think it's gonna touch My Hero. But it's gonna be a good number 2, even though I love Black Clover.
It's just Black Clover's ending.
The anime's
the anime's ending, but majority people anime watchers.
Yeah.
So as you know,
I feel like it's gonna be I feel like Black Clover is gonna be a Bleach situation though.
I hope so. Like we'll see next week because I haven't even watched in like weeks. Like I'm just going to watch it all in one go just so I could be mad that they just what was it? Is it Cloverworks? No,
Studio Pietro something like
Pierre, yeah,
something
fuck
like
them
that.
niggas.
They worked on Naruto.
You guys have nothing to do. That's all I'm gonna say in regards to that. But let's go ahead and talk about Attack on Titan. Can I let you lead this one?
So this was the episode that should have came out, but the earthquake stuff happened, right? And then last week's episode, they both released them at the same time. This was episode 73 and 74. Am I correct? Okay. Savagery and then something else. So Savagery. Oh my god, bro! I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Okay, I'm gonna try to recollect it. Fuck. Oh, okay, yeah. So this was the conversation that, like, this was picking up at when Aaron and Mikasa, Armin. Oh yeah, okay. Because I really like this part.
Yeah. Because
so basically, this was Demon, bro. This was Kevin Samuels. This was toxic Aaron Yeager, bro.
My man walked in the room,
bro. This nigga Aaron. This is why I want this man to win, because at this point, this man is too toxic. He's too hilariously toxic for me that I just want everything to go his way. This man told Mikasa, "You're a fucking slave. All your whole life, everything that you've done because of your Ackerman blood was to protect the king, which was me. And for the whole, I've always hated you because I don't like people who follow their script." Said that straight to her face. This man Armin gets up to punch him, and Mikasa puts him down, dog.
This is literally what Aaron said in that conversation.
These buck dancing niggas. Bro. These niggas plantation niggas.
What time, Aaron G?
This man Aaron he literally told Mikasa, like, listen, you have no reason to like me anymore. And she proceeded to protect ultimate simp status, bro. Like, she's up there. Like, she better be on that list, Chris.
She's an honorable mention. Wait, honestly, she's an honorable mention. She jumped off, like, she was never on it to went to honorable mention solely because of what happened to the manga. Last chapter of the manga. Last panel.
But this episode cemented it, G. Pure simp status, bro. So this man Armin proceeds to try to box Aaron, G, and gets his ass fucking. He's like, Armin, G. You notice that we've never really fought before. And he said it's because it wouldn't even be a fair fight.
He treated his mans, G. He treated the
fuck out of both of his best friends. And it was a Twitter post that fucking perfectly cemented this. I forgot. I wanted to put this in the chat, but it was basically they was calling Aaron smart because he was like, Aaron, like Mikasa is strong, right? Aaron can't on the physicality, he can't beat Mikasa, and Armin is smart. So Aaron outsmarted the dumb one and beat the intelligent one.
Smart nigga ass.
This man Aaron was a deep proceeded, and then we cut to another great part where they got them at the fucking base, right? Like the fucking old nigga from the first season who was in charge of them, the commander nigga is like, you got to do all this stuff to fight the Titans and blah 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 blah, and like they like, yo, Aaron Yeager is the only one who can save our country, bro. And then that's when the Yeagers come in. They like, we try to join the Yeagers, and then the dudes step forward, and then they like, all right, so now that y'all want to be Yeagers, beat this old nigga ass, dog. Stomp this nigga out because he upholds the old ways, and we don't fuck with no old ways. Beats the shit out. It just cuts to him on the floor in the fucking Family Guy pose, and they fucking arms are bloody. And then we got the Levi stuff where I guess they didn't see this, but like I'm honestly shocked nobody was like, you're bringing wine and like, okay, y'all go drink it. So Zeke is like, I'm out this bitch. Everybody turns into Titan.
Hey, the way I forgot how in the manga how that nigga Zeke did it, but it was just funny how they animated that nigga again. Like
he just
about to get out the dash.
All them niggas, all his freaking people turn into Titans. I thought this was what y'all was talking about when like something happens to Levi, but like he fucking killed.
It was the start of it. Let's just put it. It was the start.
Bro. And this is why I still stand Levi. This man Zeke is like, okay. This nigga Levi comes full of blood, like I'm on your ass, nigga. Beats the shit out of Zeke, tears that nigga asunder, and then we get episode like, if you want to get like episode 73 was like, this is like peak Attack on Titan. This is niggas being toxic, Titans being toxic, and niggas being killed, and Titans being killed. Primo shit. And then we get to episode 74.
We're gonna talk your ears off. Back to politics, nigga.
We get to find out about Zeke. And to summarize this episode, I don't give a shit. And the episode ends with and it's like one of those things where like it was kind of like, why the fuck would you, like, I understand Levi kind of being like a sadistic bastard, but like, why would you do that? Why would you put a bomb that could be activated against a nigga who can fucking regenerate as a fucking Titan? And he goes like, don't move or else you'll blow up. And you standing close to the explosion, like whatever happens to you, you reap what you sow, you
this
dumbass.
Is like one of the issues
Levi's...
I kind of had with Levi in the manga, because I'm like, look, I understand you hate this nigga, and vengeance is real, but it's like, you're one of the smartest fighters ever, bro.
Why would you do that? Like that literally makes no. You're literally next to a essentially a suicide bomber, and you're telling a suicide bomber don't move or else the bomb will go off, and you're next to him. Dumbass shit. But yeah, that episode sucked. I think next episode is gonna be good though, right?
It's the final episode, so we're about to
shit.
They about to jam pack.
Oh, they finna promise Neverland the fuck out this next episode.
Time out. It's the final episode. They gonna break to be continued. So we most likely, because
anime second core
or whatever it was, some big thing in anime in Japan happened today. Hopefully, or this weekend. Hopefully, they talked about when Attack on Titan coming back. It's about to be a mid-season finale. So people speculate that is not coming back to 2022.
Man, I don't give a fuck. Wrap that shit up. Wrap that shit up, G. If that's the case.
Yeah, it's gonna be. And this is when I be like, okay, if we're going on mid-season finale, but if it was to continue with any more episodes, it would be like 4 or 5 episodes left.
Yeah.
So how far you about to stretch the next season. Is
Exactly,
my question.
because based off manga shit, after this episode, the main things that's really happening is going to be the rumbling, and then trying to stop said rumbling. So like, and that can be done in a honestly a 3-4 episode stretch.
Oh, so they
I don't
really,
know. Like, I'm not about to go in saying what the fuck, but I'm gonna go in saying what the fuck because it's like I don't understand
it's in
how they
this
can
shit.
do it. I'm not gonna say they can't, but
Could extend the flashback, the Ymir.
I know I was gonna say they definitely will extend the how Titans became a thing with whatever her name is.
Ymir.
They definitely will. They could probably have a pseudo mini arc about her spreading her powers through her daughters and shit like that or whatever.
Nah, man.
And that's how I see it, because she was a dumbass. So
Yes,
that's probably 2 episodes worth, that backstory. And then the final fight before Aaron get his head cut off is an episode worth of all the old Titans coming back and they having one big ass fight on Aaron's back. And then the final episode, it's the final episode.
Like,
Aaron's head gets chopped off or some shit like that.
It sounds like this will be ReZero Part 2, bro.
So that's how I can see it going down. It's just weird to me that they will, as much as I know we talk shit a lot. That's just how it goes. But as much hype as as Attack on Titan has right now, you will crank a mid-season finale in the thick of it and expect niggas to wait 4 or 5 a year to watch this shit again. That shit wild. But they fans are they fans, so they definitely gonna watch this shit.
My dumbasses too. Is what it
It's crazy.
I think that's it though.
I'm done with this shit.
It's this month, right? Next month?
Next month, like, oh wait.
April?
Hey, probably starting next week. Spoilers is going to drop. Because let's see, the chapter normally drops the first full week of. So like, probably by Thursday or Friday of next week, we might start seeing spoilers. Because the chapter normally drops around like the 5th, between the 5th and the 8th of each month.
Okay.
So spoilers might start leaking as early as this upcoming week, but like by the time we record next week, spoilers might slowly be leaking. So let's see. We will see. We done with Attack on Titan?
I'm done.
All right. Let's go ahead and hit up One Piece. So DC, I'll let you.
Oh wait.
What?
I guess that maybe should be next week, right? Well, because no, technically this week is the last week. Technically, for winter season.
Yeah.
I feel like we should give like our thoughts on how we felt.
Okay. I'll go first. So like this season anime, I really wasn't all like at first I like when I preview the shit for the pod, I try to do it for show joy, excitement, and joyful content reasons. But I still wasn't full hearted like hype. Like I saw like Jujutsu Kaisen coming back, of course. ReZero, of course, gonna be hype. What else? Attack on Titan, like you had those 3 supposed to really sit and carry the season. Dr. Stone was of course gonna be a factor, stuff like that. Quintessential quintuplets. And then like you find a random romance like the Horimiya's, the bottom tier character Tomazaki, those type of shows will be like okay, but it was a average season like at best. Like normally I expect the shit that's going to get all the hype like the Jujutsu Kaisen and the shit to get all the attention, but normally I care more about the stuff in the middle, and like that stuff was okay. Like even when I was watching like some of the ecchi shit, like that hidden dungeon shit, I stopped watching that shit like by the 6th episode. I was like, okay, fuck, you don't.
I heard Extra was mad at the spider show.
I
famous
didn't
fighter or
really
whatever.
care about that shit anyway. So
He
like,
said that he said that he hates that show.
like when I remember first seeing it, I would say this that I knew that was gonna be some ass. But no offense to Extra if you're listening, that's a very something you will watch. So I'm not shocked.
He said he was in too deep, bro. He said he in too deep for the show to stop watching it now.
I know a lot of people was hype about that. I got reincarnated as a slime. Isekai. Like I know that gets a lot of love. I don't really care for the series like that.
I saw
People-
I saw some of the last episode. That shit looked really good, but it's like I don't like isekais enough to want to get into it.
And I just don't think a slime can make me care enough. Now I know that the reincarnation bottom, like the shit that you watching, Cam, the
Jobless reincarnation.
yeah, childish reincarnation, like that's something that came out of nowhere that a lot of people grew to love. That's good to see. But like overall, like it was an okay season. Like I wasn't going in thinking like, oh my god, we're about to get this is gonna be a legendary anime season. Like I wasn't blown away by nothing really. Like Dr. Stone's really honestly, I would say my MVP.
Yeah, I'd say I kind of agree. I feel like this is the season of falling off because it's kind of funny because it's winter and winter is the season of shit falling off. But damn.
Yo, wrap that up for Woodley, bro. Hey,
man,
yo, get Woodley up out of
saw
here.
that.
That man
my
is
man
CT
ran.
world.
Damn.
Yo,
Nigga,
in this
that nigga
fight,
said,
bro.
Shit.
In this fight.
He.
Yo, that man Willie getting meat muka pop.
Man. But anyway, yeah, a lot of shows that I was initially hyped for halfway throughout the season fell off for me, which is kind of some disappointments.
Luckily,
but I will
Black
say,
History Month over.
oh god, is that the second time that a black UFC fighter got his ass knocked out?
Today, I don't know how many black people lost today, but
like for the major cards, I mean.
Willie just lost to another non-black. You hate to see it.
Dana White's happy.
But yeah, but this season did have some hidden gems, I'll say. Like 2.43 seinen, I was not expecting to like it as much as I do. Jobless Reincarnation was a surprise hitter for me. Like I was not expecting to like really like that show and look forward to season 2 that's coming out during the summer season. So it a lot of my shows that I was expecting fell off, but shows that I was not expecting, I liked it. So I'm with Chris. It's kind of like an all right anime season for me. Just to reiterate though, just for my Jujutsu Kaisen fan, I want to put this out there. In case y'all like clicked off the video and y'all spam dislikes and y'all put in the comment sections, y'all ain't entitled to no anime opinion because you don't like the greatness that is and will always be Jujutsu Kaisen. I know I gave it a 7 out of 10. I like this show. I critique this show because I like a show and I want to see it improve. So I just want to put that out as a PSA. I know I didn't give it a 10 out of 10. I know I didn't give it a 100 out of 10. I know I didn't say anything and everything about that show is absolutely perfect. There's no flaws with it whatsoever. But it is what it is. It's my opinion. Don't let my 7 out of 10 affect your 10 out of 10 rating for this.
Anything you guys want to add?
I ain't watched anything that much this season, so
I already know to scare me, dog. I watch it.
Exactly.
You already know to scare me, bro.
Alright.
I ain't got my opinion is not validated. ain't much.
Do you rate Jujutsu Kaisen a 10 out of 10? Because you might be entitled to.
Shut up. Don't rate shit, but if I did, no. I skipped a lot of episodes. I think it was a lot of meaningless episodes. But I do think some of the animation is literally some of the best that happened this season. I also think the openings was fucking fire, especially the animations. And they made a very, very likable main character. And apparently that's really hard to do these days. So shout out to them.
But it's not a 10 out of 10, so that opinion isn't valid.
Of course not. The only 10 out of 10 in my book is fucking, Easy Goku reviews. So.
Oh, what about Monster Musume?
Oh, and this season was automatically in fucking validated because fucking Redo Healer was in the season.
Oh
True.
yeah, low
true.
key. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Low-key
this is a below average season because
It's a
niggas
below. Yeah, I'm gonna change my rating, bro. Because
it's
y'all
below average. Sorry.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that I'm gonna save this clown for later.
Yeah.
It's some people out there that watch that show. I'm very disappointed in that
Yeah,
y'all probably watch Derek Jackson videos.
not cool.
But bro, the fact that this show was like consistently on like top 10 anime weekly ratings, bro, I'm disappointed in y'all niggas.
Yeah,
This is
like,
why we are of the culture and not for the culture, because y'all niggas is some fucking weirdos.
fucking sick freaks. But let's go ahead and go to another toxic community, and that is the One Piece. DC, I'll let you
Yeah,
lead.
you lead this one, DC.
You said what?
Lead
We're on One Piece.
the chapter.
One Piece chapter.
I'm gonna pull it up. My bad. I'm like on 30% right now.
Oh, you good? But as you pulling it up, all I'm gonna say is, and this is my PSA for the One Piece part of this podcast. You niggas, anime only watchers, got a lot of fucking nerve to sit there and say the oldest shit was filler.
Oh yeah.
Hold my fucking dick. Like you niggas sat there and said, "Oh, this must be filler." This is my problem.
Especially
like,
some
look,
of the scenes that was animated, bro. I wish that was filler, bro.
look, G, they wouldn't put so much effort into making something like this filler. G, I've seen One Piece filler. There was nothing comical about it. There was no who's my man's that pops up every time it's a filler arc DC
Foxy.
Foxy. Where's Foxy at, G? There was no Foxy. As
Man,
much as I stand Bo
Goldie
Hancock,
Roger
G,
filler,
she
bro.
didn't pop up. So this ain't filler. Put respect on my niggas Whitebeard, my nigga Odin, and my nigga King of the Pirates. Put respect on their name, G.
They call Goldie Roger filler, bro. That's why.
They call Gold Roger filler, bro. I hate you niggas, G.
You know why they said that though? You wanna know why they said that though?
Why?
There was a dude that had a better sword technique than they boy Zoro because Roger had that, he had that Kamusari. You know what I'm saying? Black hot. That Aki was oozing off his sword. He's like, oh no, this can't be it. Because Zoro.
Odin had the waterfall slash too.
Oh yeah, that too. They was mad, bro. Big mad. That budget should have went to Zoro, but yeah, I got the chapter pulled up, and so
this is chapter 1008, right?
Yeah,
1008. Okay.
So chapter starts out with the scabbards in the room and their reaction to seeing Odin standing before them. Kinemon, Kiku, and Neko, they're like crying their eyes out, and Odin's like, I'm sorry I'm late. He's giving himself this spiel. They're all crying and, oh, I'm glad you're back, Odin. But Ashura Doji and Raizo are the only ones that were like, all right, something too fishy. Toki's powers only go to the future, and we saw him die, so there's no way he could still be alive. And Kinemon's not listening. He's like, it doesn't matter. It's Odin. And Asura Doji punches Kinemon to get out the way while he takes the stab because it turns out that this Odin is not the real Odin. It's a Conjuro clone. And Conjuro is telling them that
Odin's a fucking troll.
Yeah, he trolling the fuck out of them, bro. And Conjuro is basically saying that he's gonna plunge a dagger into the Kozuki clan. He's gonna do his best to, basically troll these guys before he dies. He's gonna do his best to be a thorn in their side to the very end. And that they're going after Momonosuke since that's where everyone's attention is at the moment. So Odin's clone is attacking them, and I think he had a bomb strapped to him. And Ashura Doji gets up, pushes everybody out the way, and takes the blast. And it looks a big ass blast. It got like a big,
He's dead.
You think he's dead?
I think. I mean,
it could be.
I mean, this is war, bro. Like niggas need to die. So I'm hoping he's dead.
Because he's slumped and his body's all charred up, and like Kiku's got it looks bad. And I will say this, Conjuro, you are not the leader. Ashura Doji was the leader. He's not.
Are you talking about Kinemon?
Oh yeah, Kinemon. Yeah, Kinemon is not the leader. You suck, bro. You suck.
Niggas a walking L.
You are. And then we cut over to Jack. He's in the cut. He's in the room right before them. And I'm surprised about this, but it's not Inu and Neko going against him. It's just
Just my
Inu.
man Inu.
He said, "You guys go on ahead." And this was like, I love this part of the
This was
chapter.
the day I like this exchange.
Yeah, he was
Exchange.
like, "There's no moonlight in here," and he's like, "Hey, ain't no
Ain't
poison."
no motherfucking poison either here, nigga.
That's some great A shit talking. I love it. I need to see this fight though.
We
Like,
not finna
over
see that.
two.
You know we not finna see this fight.
I need to
DC.
see the hybrid,
we
bro.
not finna see this fight, DC.
I need
Don't
this,
get your hopes up, G.
bro. I want to see this fight, Oda. God, but if we don't see, I won't be surprised, bro. But like, I love banter like that. We don't usually get that often. Like, if it besides just Luffy, everybody else gets or Zoro, because yeah. Then we cut over to Orochi. He's being alive and he's burning everything down. Since they're in the sky, there's nowhere for anybody to go. So his plan is to burn everybody. I don't know where that's going. Cut over to Momonosuke and Yamato running, and Momonosuke is basically pondering about how he's getting better with his devil fruit, knowing what's the catalyst for his transformations is that whenever he feels sad or negative, he turns into a dragon. And then Yamato says, "I wonder if Luffy's okay. I need to go up there and help take down Kaido." So Yamato's going to the roof, obviously. Then we cut over to top of the Onigashima and Luffy's screaming, and you have all the supernovas just standing there while Luffy's getting knocked back, and he keeps getting back up and getting knocked back. And
in the trenches, bro.
Bro, they deep in that shit right now. And Luffy's like, they're humans just like us. They gotta fall sometime. I gotta keep trying. And the rest of them are like, we gotta separate these two Yonko because we're getting nowhere by doing this. And it says that facing these two is just like going through hell. And Luffy says, if that's true, I've been through hell and back many times. This is not bad. And we see Kaido's.
I love that nigga, bro.
Yeah, Luffy
Love
with
that
it.
nigga, Luffy.
Luffy lit. And then we get Kaido's hybrid form and Big Mom with her cool fiery hair. All her homies are in there, like, powered up form. So it's oh yeah, Kaido says your eyes never seem to lose their fire. So we're getting to the nitty gritty next chapter. Hopefully,
Kaido has been acknowledging Luffy the whole time.
He ain't say nothing.
And the sword. And the sword. And don't forget the sword.
And the sword, bro.
And the sword.
Luffy and that sword, bro. Them the only ones fighting in that on that rooftop.
That's facts. But I'll let y'all say how y'all felt about the chapter as a whole.
It was a good chapter. It was a fun chapter for me. Well, slightly fun because it's fun in the sense that it debunked that goddamn a lot of y'all freaking Odin theories.
Bro,
WandaVision theories, G.
Look, man. Shout out to Oda for literally keeping your time travel things as basic as you had. Thank you. Keep it as what it is. Don't add to it because I'm good on it, G. Thank you. Yeah. Shout out to Momo literally confirming that when he goes dragon when he's in his feelings, like it be that way. I don't care. Like, bro, learn to use your fruit, nigga. But shout out to them finally showing that, hey, Kaido and Big Mom is like, we haven't broke a sweat yet. And you niggas are sweating.
we here, man,
like we out here, like, bro, we're warmed up now. Like they really made them niggas look like the Stone Cold and Triple H when they were the 2-man power trip. It's like, gee, we don't fuck with each other, but at the same time, we're just gonna beat y'all ass. Literally, if you literally, we're gonna go 3 for a ring a little bit, but watch what Triple H and Stone Cold did to the Hardy Boys and Lita. That's what they're doing to these niggas right now. G. But Kaido's hybrid form is really fire. It really made this chapter really more like, oh, okay, thank you for making it something of highlight. That was the highlight of the chapter, was the hybrid form. And what he says to Luffy, because Luffy's just like, look, I'm not going.
I don't know about these niggas around me.
I ain't no bitch.
I ain't no bitch.
I'm gonna keep fighting. It's like this. I don't think I had this Stephen A. Clip in the in the soundboard when he says, "I'm gonna come and I'm gonna keep on coming," and Max is gonna come, Skip's gonna come. That like when Stephen A said that, that's what Luffy literally said. That's literally what he said. So, but shout out to this chapter. It was a decent little chapter. I think we're probably gonna go back to this fight for a chapter or two, because I think they're trying to set up a way to separate them niggas. At least some strategies coming along.
I feel like that's probably gonna have something to Yamato. My thoughts on the chapter was all right. It was all right. The Red Scabbard stuff, the Odin stuff, I literally memed about it. I thought that Bankai, the freaking joke one theory that like that freaking Odin was a Bankai from Emma. I just found that fucking hilarious. I thought that was the best theory, but I didn't have any like realistic expectations. Like I think me and Chris both said it was like some kind of illusion. That's what it was. Tanjiro being a dick. Ashura Doji dying. If he dies, if he doesn't, it is what it is. I don't care about the Red Scabbard. So I did like the Inu and Jack exchange, because if I were to say I have a favorite Scabbard, it would be between Neku and Ino. That's only because they're dogs and cats, and in real life I like dogs and cats. Get the bump for me. Inemon is a fucking idiot and does not deserve to be leader of the Red Scabbards at all. I think this chapter did confirm though, because Kanjuro said that they said like, oh, he's gonna go after Lord Momonosuke. So I think in a way this chapter kind of confirmed that Sanji is headed towards Yamato and Momo, I think, and then they're gonna meet up, and then I think from there they're all gonna go to the roof. And I think they're gonna be a vital part into separating Big Mom and Kaido. Like more so Sanji. Maybe Sanji can go up on that roof, and since Big Mom still kind of has that hatred for Germa type of thing, like maybe she'll be like, oh yeah, it's you Germa boy. You fucked up my plans to get that Science Kingdom thing. So I'm looking forward to that. I like the rooftop stuff. Man, Luffy being Luffy is always a highlight to me. I just love seeing the fact that like it don't matter who the fuck he's facing, he is consistent to the end. He's like, now I don't get no fuck. I'm fighting Dofi, if I'm fighting Big Umam, I'm fighting you, Kaido, I'm gonna keep getting up. And I love that attitude from Luffy. Kaido's hybrid form is dope. So all in all, it was all right chapter. I honestly think Oda's gonna pull an Oda, and we're gonna cut back to like, say for instance, like maybe the Black Maria stuff, or freaking Nami and Usopp, like what they're, or Frankie. Like I feel like he's gonna cut. Like I feel like Oda's just teasing us like, yeah, you guys want to know what's going on the rooftop, so I gave it to you last chapter, but now we're going back into the castle. So all in all, good, decent chapter. Looking forward to next week. Hopefully we don't get a break next week.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed this chapter a lot. It gave me a lot of ideas. I don't think I think this chapter confirms that Sanji and Yamato. I agree with Kim. Like Sanji and Yamato are gonna meet. They're gonna go up to the roof. I think that I don't know if the Scabbards are gonna go up. I think the Scabbards are gonna stay with Momo, and I think that Scabbards may. I don't know. The CP0 plot line is probably gonna come into play real soon, because I think they're gonna help Orochi. And since Orochi and the Scabbards, they still have bad blood, I think it's gonna be like CP0 versus Scabbards, maybe. But I'm excited for what's gonna happen on this roof, because I'm excited for the other matchups, but I want to see, because I know this is they said the Kabuki play act is gonna end in tragedy or whatever. That's what everybody's theorizing. If there's gonna be some tragedy, I want to know what that is, whether it's gonna be on our side or the capital or the people. I don't know. I'm just curious. I want to get to the roof because that's where the plot moves the most at, in my opinion. So,
and like, if there's gonna be a major character death, who is it gonna be?
it's probably gonna be. I hate it. I love Law, but it might be Law.
I was about to say Law. I was about to say Law too.
Because Kid doesn't have an impact.
Kid does not have enough. Like, if he does die, it's gonna be like, if it's Killer, it's not gonna be Zoro, because
Hey, Oda.
if Zoro dies, niggas is dropping One Piece.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
If
Bye
Zoro
to them
dies, niggas is done.
niggas.
But
Bye.
law is either. I mean, if they want to, I don't know. Like this is just me being throwing something out there. Yamato. Like if it's not law, I could see it probably being like Yamato, and like it could have an impact on Luffy because she's like, I want to join your crew and blah 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 blah. And Luffy sees that like she's really with the shit and forms like a bond with her throughout the battle. And then Kaido just legit goes like, I'm tired of this shit. Like you my kid, I'm gonna deal with you on my own, and fucking whacks her and kills her.
That'd be wild.
Oh,
be
but I
wild.
mean that's. But I think if there is going to be a major, there doesn't have to be, but like kind of emphasize that this is war and you're fighting two Yonkos. If there's a major character death, I don't see it being anybody else but Law. He would have the most impact out of
Yeah.
the entire.
I have a proposition though. I think because people are thinking since they brought up Momo's devil fruit and stuff that Momo's gonna try and use his clouds to stop Onigashima. I think it would be a good tragedy if Momo tries to hold up Onigashima but it don't work. And the tragedy is the people of Wano, just in the capital, because there's people in other. The capital gets
Yeah.
killed, like everybody's
Mhm.
murked. That'd be a good way to spice up the arc and be like, all right, we didn't stop this, but we still got to take out Kaido.
Yeah.
And it's a good learning moment for Momonosuke. I think that could be a possibility. I hope because I need Law to stay alive because, bro, I'm tired of my characters taking L's. A reoccurring theme with my whole journey in One Piece. My favorite characters keep taking L's. I'm tired of it. One already died. I don't need another one.
Why not?
So, yeah, that's it for me though.
All right. I don't really have nothing else to really add. Like decent chapter. Just waiting for like shit to get real. Let's go ahead and talk about Tupac and Winter Soldier. G. So as always, DC wasn't here, but each time we talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier, we play this.
Hey, yo, check it out, motherfucker. I'm Tupac.
Tupac, nigga. Each time. we talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier. It was a good episode. This was a really, really great episode. It was literally Tupac and Winter Soldier versus Coon and Captain MAGA. So shout out to the dynamics and parallels.
That's the official name. G.
Coon and Captain MAGA.
Captain MAGA.
I made a comment on one of them black anime Facebook groups, and they were talking about the episode, and I was like, and they were talking about Buddy don't got no lineup. I'm like, they said it wasn't in the budget. I'm like, no, that's the plan. Coons don't get lineups, my nigga. Coons don't get lineups. They just let they shit just look like that, bro. So they thought it was sweet out here, but yeah, gee. So shout out to everybody that thought that was funny as hell. But there's a huge difference, and plus that nigga name was Battlestar. But Cam, I'll let you lead the discussion on this episode.
This nigga said Battles. This nigga name really was Battlestar. That shit wild.
Battle
but this was a really So I don't know if I'm the only one who think like so with WandaVision, right? I didn't really care about Wanda or Vision as much as characters, but the show made me care about them. But with Falcon and Winter Soldier, because I freaking even though I do talk shit a lot about the Captain America movies, I fucking loved Winter Soldier, and Falcon and Winter Soldier were really good parts of that movie. So I care about their characters because I just found their relationship with Captain America and like the kind of the impact that they had to Captain America's character. I found it good. So going into this series, I was already like, you got me because these are two characters that I care about. Yes, they side niggas, they ain't got OP ass powers or nothing like that compared to the rest of, compared to Wanda, compared to Vision, compared to Doctor Strange, but niggas love Batman. So, I really love this episode. This like a lot of people thought this was gonna be like a dumb action buddy cop TV series, but like this show is proving people wrong with each episode. This show is doing a great job of really developing the character of Falcon and Winter Soldier and their relationship to each other and what Steve's legacy means to them. So we start off with the episode where Captain MAGA Captain MAGA is in the I don't know if I was the only one, but I found this scene really weird. Like he was like the way that he was like going over his locker room, like he was like he was having like a orgasm. He was like as he was looking at his old locker. I'm like, nigga, weird as fuck, bro. Like he's supposed to be cat. We already starting off on the wrong foot because this nigga just weird to me. Like the way he was doing it. And I guess his girlfriend. I guess I'm assuming that's his girlfriend or like booty call lover or something like that. Basically, he's talking to him about, how do you feel being the new Captain America? Blah blah blah. I do like the fact that they, instead of him just being a generic nobody bad guy, they did take the time to at least develop him as far as like he's aware of the Captain America mantle. Like he's not like an asshole like celebrity going like whatever, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna make my money and I'm gonna go home. He's a part of the military. He knows about protecting and serving, and he is he's like very like he feels unworthy of the captain. But to me, that's a good angle to introduce a character like that, especially if he's trying to not necessarily replace but overtake somebody as beloved as Captain America. Like the fact that he's like, I don't feel like I'm worthy of this mantle, but I'm still gonna try my best. I like that angle. We get introduced to the Coon. He comes into the locker room and he's like, nigga, you Captain America. And well, he said, he said, I need reparations, bro. He knocked it down. He said, I need reparations, nigga. I need reparations, nigga. He said, that knockout don't count, nigga.
Hey, keep again, but what the fuck, boy?
Yeah,
What the fuck,
I'm trying to, yeah, but so so he's talking about like Captain America and like blah blah blah. We cut to they're in this like I think it's a high school football game or something. He
Yeah.
goes out there because he has an interview with Good Morning America, and basically in a clever way they give us a bunch of exposition about his character. Like he's won like 3 gold medals. I forgot what they call them. But he earned that. He's like he's done a lot of stuff as far as like being a good military dude, and they asked him like, how does it feel being Captain America? And he gives a really good answer that I like as far as like he's aware of the um the circumstances of like the mantle and how important it is to really be Captain America. So I appreciated that little banter with that. And so we cut to I think this is we cut to Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? Like they're talking in the air station, the airport. This Falcon is about to take off on a mission to go see
The
he's about
flag,
to take a mission to go like to find out about like the what do they call that group? The
flag smashers.
Flag
mass
smashers.
mass smashers? Flag
Flag
smashers?
Flag
Flag
smashers.
smashers, okay.
Yeah. Flag
So-
smashers.
In there we get a really good interaction with Winter Soldier and Falcon, basically talking like, why'd you give away the shield, and like, like this guy's taking over, shit like that. It's good. I like the banter because it leads to a really good conversation later. We do get some good. I do like Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan's chemistry on set. Like you can really tell that like they're close friends offset because you can see it on set, like the way they interact, and they crack jokes at each other. They talk about the big three being androids, aliens, and like wizards. And then like you have a little funny exchange with him going like there's no such things as wizards, like there's sorcerers, and it's like a sorcerer is a wizard without a hat. And so like it's just really funny dynamics between them. And then So their mission essentially is to investigate this like old warehouse where there's some members of Flag Smasher. Um, they find out that they're moving like a lot of these medical supplies and stuff to some area, so they go and tag them. We get a weird scene where Winter Soldier runs up. It's a because they see that there's they see that there's a girl in the truck and they think that she's a hostage. So he runs up and he gets into the truck. But did y'all peep? He goes into the second truck and the truck behind him,
bro,
does nothing.
Gee, that part frustrated me because I'm like, gee, how?
And like the truck, and then it's like because I was still, like my first reaction was, is it automated? Like it's automated piloting, but no, there are people driving behind him, and I'm like, so you just let random people go into the trucks? Now I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt, sort of, because the girl in there turns out, well, we already knew because they showed her face in the trailer. She's a villain, not a villain, but she's the antagonist. So she knocks them out, and then like they pick them up, and they're already like they're ambushing them on the truck. So maybe they knew that they were being tailed, and they just wanted to pretend like nothing was. But the setup of the scene was still weird because it's like he went straight past the first truck to the second truck, and like the truck behind him was like, it's a normal day on the road. But we get a pretty decent action scene. We find out that the Flag Smashers have the Super Soldier Serum, or at least I feel like it's probably a weaker version of the Super Soldier Serum. And Captain MAGA and Coonstar, I'm gonna call him Coonstar, come to assist them. And at first I was like, okay, Captain MAGA, like, cause he putting in work. Like he actually knows how to use the shield. I thought that was pretty dope. Like he uses the shield, but he also like uses the gun as well. So he kind of has his own fighting style. It's pretty cool, but he doesn't have the Super Soldier Serum. I heard in the comics that, because I looked at the comments of one of a review video, and they did say that he's an actual character in the comic books, and like he gets like a really stronger version of the Super Soldier Serum, from what I've heard.
I fucking missed it.
I swear, G, I hate you, Dana White, bro. I hate you, G. I hate you.
Oh, crack Machines got shut down?
Yes. Yes. Oh, I hate you, Crack
She cut y'all off on the right moment too, bro. Y'all gotta hold that.
Damn, bro. Well, it's cool, but keep going, G.
Yeah, my bad, Cam, bro.
Yeah, so what was that? Oh yeah. So the John Walker dude. So I don't know if they're gonna do this in like if they're gonna set this up in this world, but like in the comic books, the John Walker character, he becomes Captain America and he gets a stronger version of the Super Soldier Serum. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But in here, he does not have the Super. He's just a nigga who just throws the shield around. So him and Coonstar get their ass beat. Falcon and Winter Soldier get their ass beat. They go their separate ways until they eventually meet up. Winter Soldier does not like the new Captain America at all. He's like, I don't give no fuck about you. I don't know. I don't like that you wearing that shield. Same thing with Falcon, but he's a little bit less tempered. And then they let them off to go like into some fucking like other place. And then that's when they reveal Isaiah, right? Like Sebastian, not Sebastian. Winter Soldier goes like, there's somebody who might know where they're going, right? So we get some. I'm gonna kind of break it up into important scenes, and then we can give our thoughts. So, important scene in this. The important scenes in this episode is they establish that the Flag Smashers are kind of like a group of vigilantes, so to speak. Like they're not 100% bad guys. Their goal is to reunite the world to the way it was during the blip, since everything was kind of in a chaotic situation. The world had to come together to become a better place. But now that things returned from the blip, it's kind of reverted back to its real original form, and they don't like that. So what they're doing is they're basically they call the chick Robin Hood, because it's like they're stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Like you find out that they're giving a lot of medical supplies, foods, and stuff to disenfranchised communities across Europe. Really good, kind of like they're not 100% like pew pew pew, we're bad guys. I like that. And we get another scene where we get introduced to Isaiah, who apparently was a part of the Super Soldier program as well. He was he was tasked with bringing Bucky down. He was when he was the Winter Soldier. He was successful in doing so, but then essentially like I do like that this show basically kind of established that like the MCU universe is also racist. And basically he's a black super soldier. They're like, hey, we don't like that. Go ahead, get you up out of here. They sent him to jail, they experimented on him and blah blah blah. This of course pisses Falcon off, and he's like, yo, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell us about this? Why didn't Steve know about this? Uh-oh, here come the cops. The cops come, and we get another scene that like I like this scene because it was one of those scenes where it's like, yes, Falcon is a hero, but he's also black.
He's also a nigga.
He's also black. And we get, I mean, you could even see like the dialogue. To me, it wasn't like forced dialogue or cringy dialogue. It was realistic as fuck. Like the police, they like, where's your ID? They turn to Winter Soldier and they're like, hey, is this guy bothering you? Like really good, like we as black people watching this and going like, yeah, yep. So I thought that was a really good scene, because it happens. Falcon is black, so obviously he's not gonna be treated the same as others. So the other important scene that we cut to, he gets Winter Soldier gets arrested because he broke his thing because he has to go to therapy. We cut to the police station where he gets released by Captain MAGA. And this is to me, this is the best scene in the episode is when him and Falcon and Winter Soldier, they're talking about the problems that they have with each other, which involve Captain America. Essentially Bucky tells Falcon like, I don't like the fact that you gave that shield away because Steve trusted you. Like he thought that he saw the good in you and he saw you worthy to take up his mantle, and you gave that shield away like it was nothing. That means that, and he kind of phrased it in a way like that means that he was wrong about me in a sense. So it's kind of like that is Winter Soldier's character development. He has huge self-doubt because obviously he did some fucked up shit as the Winter Soldier that's kind of catching up to him. And so his kind of one salvation being Steve, now that he's gone, he passed that salvation down to Falcon. And now that Falcon's kind of like, no, I'm not Captain America. He kind of sees that as Steve was wrong about me. I like that moment. And then you kind of get a Falcon moment where he's like, he doesn't really say his part yet, but he kind of goes like, I need you to say that I was right. I would have loved it if he said this, because if they were going to go in the direction of the MCU is a racist universe, I would have loved it if Falcon was like, how would you think the world would react to me being Captain America? That's all he had to say. And then he could have walked off. I think that would have been a great moment to go like, I was willing to take up the Captain America role, but nigga, I'm black, and Captain America is a MAGA job. Especially not, and this would have been a good kind of nod to the actual Marvel community itself, and how, if Falcon really was Black Captain America, how them comment sections would have been like, oh my God, here we go again. Y'all talk about whitewashing, but now we have blackwashing because Captain America is Steve. It'll always be Steve, not this black man. So I just would have found that interesting. But then we cut to another conversation they have with Captain MAGA and Coonstar, basically on like, yo, we got to work together. Falcon goes like, no, fuck you, you for the government, and we do our shit by ourselves. And then we kind of get a weird line from Captain MAGA going like, stay the hell away from me. Hey, nigga.
Like, eat a dick, nigga.
Like, do you realize that you don't have super soldier serum, but Bucky does, and he has a metal arm that could rip your fucking face off if he wanted to? But anyway, so then the episode ends with the fact that they need to learn more about the super soldiers. So they're gonna contact what's the dude's name, DC? Starts with a Z.
Zemo.
Zemo, yeah.
It cuts to that they have to talk to Zemo about the super soldiers, and that was the episode. Overall, I thought this episode was really great. The dialogue between Falcon and Winter Soldier to me is what's really propelling and carrying this show. I like the fact that the villains aren't we're bad guys. Like they actually have like it's kind of an interesting motive.
It's like a
in the
rebel
fact that
army
they're
type thing.
yeah, yeah. And they're not and they have a noble cause. Because it's like, yo, the world was fucked up during the blip, but we all were together. And now that the world's back to normal, you want to just separate everything. I like the motive. So all in all, great episode, and I'll let you guys.
I'll go next.
Go ahead, DC. Here.
I really enjoyed this episode. Those people that are complaining about like, black issues, because it's all. I'm not even gonna say like when they say, "Oh, I don't like politics in my,"
Oh, yep.
it's not politics. You just don't like black issues, and you have an issue with looking in the mirror and realizing that you turn a blind eye to what's going on with us as a people, because you have a problem with that. You don't have a problem with people killing, sex, drugs, money, uh traffic, all type of stuff that's in movies and TV shows. You have a problem with, oh, black people are being mistreated in the press. Nigga, the fuck up. Half of the main cast is black in this one, so just go watch something else then. But I really enjoy the Patriot stuff specifically because I didn't know how they were gonna go approach it with the Isaiah Bradley and Elijah Bradley stuff.
Mm.
And they're going like they're pretty much same thing with the WandaVision. They're not gonna go like way into it, but they're really expanding on it more.
It's the acknowledgement,
Usually,
if anything.
yeah, they usually sprinkle on it, but now it seems like they're dipping more into it. I'm enjoying it. I'm excited for Elijah Bradley, his grandson, because that's gonna be Patriot. So I wonder how he's gonna play a role. Hopefully, we see him get into some action since like his grandpa seems kind of unhinged and not.
Yeah, when what did he throw into the wall? G, I was like,
He threw like a can of sardines or something.
Yeah,
it's like, G, you about to get these niggas up out of here.
Up the red Bucky arm off again, but I enjoy it. I'm just crafting theories at this moment. I took a massive L with WandaVision, so I'm gonna chill out. But I low key feel like they're gonna be with they're gonna go super soldier serum galore in a minute because Captain America, no, yeah, his name is U.S. Agent, the new Captain America, U.S. Agent. He's gonna get super serum.
Yeah,
apparently Battlestar, he's also super powered in the comics too. And Elijah Bradley, he wasn't born with any powers. He didn't inherit. That was the storyline, and then he eventually gets it through a blood transfusion. So I assume maybe a similar route for
Do you
here.
think Falcon is gonna get super soldier serum?
I think he is. Because they highlighted in the fight that when Red Wing was taken out, he couldn't really do anything in that fight. So he needs something. If he's not gonna get the Red Wing, there's another theory that they brought up Wakanda, and I know in the comics, I don't know if this is true or not. I just dipped into a little bit, but someone said that Falcon's wings has like Wakanda tech in the comics or something like that. I gotta look that
vibranium.
up. Yeah, like some vibranium stuff like that. So if he doesn't get the super serum, they brought up Wakanda. I could see like Shuri, let me deck you out. But I don't know if that's possible because that's like they have nothing to do with the story at the moment. But Falcon is in need of a power up in some way, shape, or form. So I think it's the serum is the easiest way to write it than the Wakanda stuff. So I think he's getting it. I'm interested in the power broker, the guy that's giving him the super serum and stuff like that, because some people think that's Zemo doing it. Some people think it's going to be another third party, or like they think it's Thunderbolt Ross or something. So I'm just curious on I'm curious on the power aspect. Who's going to get what? Where is the source coming from? More of the nerdy side. I'm excited for that. I love the dialogue though between Bucky and Falcon. I think that was pretty good. I wanted more of that because we got sprinkles of it in Civil War, and then in Infinity War they were also talking about. I think like Bucky said, "God, I love this place with Wakanda." So like, they're really showing us that there's something here with this dynamic, and moving forward into the Avengers movies, I'm happy to see this new dynamic because if you notice that, like someone else pointed this out too in another video, Falcon jumped out the plane like how Iron Man does. Bucky jumped out the plane like how Cap did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like Bucky's like, I don't need a parachute, and then they ask, "Oh, do you have a plan?" And Falcon just jumps out the plane. That's what Iron Man did. So it's like I guess they're kind of like not necessarily the new, Iron Man and Cap, but like the new leading figures moving forward for the Avengers team. I'm excited for that. So Bucky's real interesting. They're doing a good job character wise with everybody. This is more than just meathead stuff. They're probably going into some depth, not super like amazing writing, but enjoyable depth. So that's it for me.
Um, for me, like I'm enjoying just the really balance because like you're
Mm.
like the action, like of course, like everybody tuned in for this one for the action, specifically me. Also, I like both characters, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I'll just especially Winter Soldier because I just want to see where they go with it. Because my main theory is I don't think we actually do get Black Captain America. We get Bucky as Captain America at the end of this. That's my main theory. It's just a unique route of going about it. Well, one of the unique ways to going about it. Especially just like how they're really making Bucky face his past, face his demons and stuff. It's really interesting, but it's like it could go both ways for Falcon as well. But overall, like I'm enjoying like just the balance because we're getting a lot of good plot, a lot of good dialogue. The dialogue is probably carrying a lot of it because like even though the action scenes aren't like, oh my god, this is blockbuster A movie tier, but it's just like it's still really good action scenes. It's like it's quick and effective. Let's put it that way. Like it gets the point across. And I just like how they're just introducing the MAGA boys. That's why I'm calling Coon Star and Captain MAGA the MAGA boys. Uh, just as like we're going to be around and we're on the same mission, but fuck y'all. Especially since you don't want to fuck with us. Like that's how I kind of view, especially at the end of the episode. Um, I'm curious on what Zemo will tell these niggas because I remember reading that Zemo was supposed to play a major role in the in his short series. So I'm curious on what Zemo's going to reveal or what he will what it will lead to. But I'm really like I do agree with you, DC. Like Falcon does kind of need an upgrade. it's
Yeah.
like it's like damn, G, your little mini drone got freaking ripped out the damn sky, nigga, and like
Need
Yeah.
that shit.
like you said, hey man, get the shit up out of here, bro. Literally, we ain't rocking with the drones, G. They doing what a lot of countries wish they could do to Obama's drones. But
Wow.
That's wild.
Wow.
out there.
My thoughts on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I ain't watching it.
You didn't
But-
watch you didn't watch the episode?
I ain't watching it.
Oh. So it's a reverse.
This is literally I'm watching it and they trail like
Chris didn't
I'm
watch
just here.
WandaVision.
Go watch Loki. There you go. No, I'm gonna probably binge watch it. You know, like it's a very look. I know Cam went through it when he first had to start working from home. After you get off work, you got two options: just play your motherfucking game or watch anime and TV. I love
No,
my
it's
motherfucking
3
game.
options.
Oh,
sleep.
Sleep.
And I take a nap after work too. I ain't gonna cap. Good 3 hour nap. You know what I'm saying?
that after work nap when you work from home hit different, G.
So like it's a choice, brother. And especially on Fridays, I be getting off at fucking 9. Fuck out of here. Like
I
I'm
understand.
either going to sleep or playing my game, man. And I played Monster Hunter yesterday. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna say I doubt. Like I'm gonna try when it comes to watching more anime. It's just fucking hard because a lot of that shit be boring. But you know, I'm getting it.
But yeah, but overall like this
You know,
but to wrap this segment up, but overall it was a really good episode. Like we're really like they really dragging to the point. This is gonna be 6 episodes because like we're moving fast as shit, but also I feel like I'm not having questions about like what about this. So like I like the pacing. Like the pacing is really good. Like they're squeezing a lot into like the 45-50 minutes that they put into these episodes. But keep doing your thing, Disney, Kevin Feige, and all that shit. Do we could let's breeze through news real quick so we can hurry up and end this episode because we're close to the 2 hour and 30 minute point. So news for this week. While we on topic of Disney Plus shit, Black Widow is finally gonna make its way to Disney Plus, but also theaters. Get ready to play that $30 fee if you want to watch it through Disney Plus. Movie comes out in what was it, June or was it July?
June.
So whatever in June. Who cares? It's Black Widow. We've been vocal on this podcast saying fuck Black Widow. So yeah, but if you pay that $30, we're not judging you. But hey, MCU is life. Then on to the mainly anime side of gaming side of news. Back for Blood, it has been delayed. It came with a nice it kind of gave me PTSD because instead of a yellow background, it was a red black background where they literally said, "Hey, we're working hard to make this game work. We're delaying it until October, whatever." So, game was originally supposed to come out in a couple months. Now it's heading towards October, so it be that way sometimes. Go ahead and polish that game.
Look, bro, I don't. Hey, look, for me personally, do not tell me that your game coming out in June if it ain't looking like it's coming out in June. Just don't say it. Don't be no. If I was a game developer, I don't even give a fuck if the higher ups was like, "Hey man, put the pre-order out." Nope. I ain't put my pre-order out 1 month before the game start, G, in a demo or some shit, or a beta. They should have threw us a fucking pre-alpha or pre-beta to see if the shit work or not. But no.
The PC got that.
Yeah, it was a closed.
It was a private one too. I got the email. They just never gave me my code.
I never checked.
Yeah, I was looking for.
I low-key forgot I signed up for that shit.
Yeah, I was looking for it. I was like, damn, y'all ain't just gonna send me it? Okay, well, fuck y'all then. But yeah, so that's that. Well, something else in gaming. Xbox announced 20 games, but I didn't look at the article. Cam, did you? Anything worthy about those 20 games?
Yeah. It's just like a bunch of kind of like indies and some like third-party games that they're putting onto Game Pass. So I mean, it's expanding the Game Pass library and making it good. It already is.
Okay.
Also for my JRPG niggas, they put I was shocked, but they put Octopath Traveler on Game Pass. That's a game that I've been on the fence of purchasing, but like benefits Xbox Game Pass, I could just download and play it. So, W for them.
All right. I think that's it on the game. Oh, also on the gaming side, Genshin Impact has gained $1 billion. Has made $1 billion.
Now it's important to preface this.
Only
on mobile.
The mobile version
they have not done console sales yet.
So we're factoring potentially consoles. They might have made another or close to another, maybe a $500 million, maybe more on top of. So I didn't know that game was prospering like this, but popping. Street is popping.
The thing that you have to realize is that this is a mobile game that was developed in China, and China is fucking massive when it comes to gacha games in general, but specifically gacha games because it's like a societal thing where if you are playing a gacha game and you don't have you remember like what happened with Fortnite where like niggas was like making fun of people in school if you had like default skins in Fortnite, shit like that. It's kind of like that in that kind of environment where like if you aren't keeping up with the latest and greatest units and whatever like that, then like you kind of are treated less than. And in that game has like a pity system that I think Extra was saying like I want to say it's like 9 multis. I forgot how many multis, but like it has a pity system. And when I was playing it, them rates is ass. I have yet to pull a single 5-star in that game for the amount of time I've been playing. So you have that paired up with like the Chinese gacha game environment. niggas is spending money on that game. So it's kind of like one of those things, especially for it being mobile. There's a I don't know how the console sales are going to impact because that game has a cross save feature. So there's a lot of people who play on console, but they buy like the premium currency on their phone, and then they go back to console. So I don't know how they're really going to calculate console sales. But I mean, all I'm gonna say is this to console players: don't be shocked when they start to care more about the mobile game, the mobile side of Genshin Impact than you console niggas. That's where the money is.
Lies told. Lies told. So, um, so that's it for gaming side. Anime side of things, the Sony Crunchyroll deal is on hold because the United States government said, "Hold on now, big fella, is this a
You're
monopoly?"
doing a little bit too much on that anime shit.
It's like, is this a
Too
monopoly?
much on the anime.
So the deal is on hold. We'll see where things go from there, but I think I
I'm just kind
predicted this
of
was going to happen. Like it's like a basic checks and balance. Like, hey, we don't need you guys being a conglomerate around here. Stuff. So I understand.
yeah, and then it's like it's weird because it's like I could I get the anime thing, but then I'm gonna bring up Disney. Like you let them niggas
You
buy a
let
lot
Disney
of
buy a
fucking
lot.
shit, a lot of stuff. And to me, I see how people are. I see there's a lot of sides to this, right? Try to make this quick, but there's a lot of sides to this where people are saying that um they they don't want Funimation and Crunchyroll to merge because it gets rid of the whole competition. But I'll say this for all of us at the Black Otaku, specifically people who have to fucking pay for Crunchyroll and Funimation. Fuck that. I want a centralized streaming part platform where I can just watch my anime when I want to.
Yep.
I fucking hate all these animes get announced. Amazon Prime exclusive, Hulu exclusive, Crunchyroll exclusive, Funimation
Netflix
exclusive.
exclusive.
Those streaming services cost money.
Yep.
Nobody want. I don't like that is the biggest turnoff. Going like, oh, I really want to watch this anime. You go on Crunchyroll, you search up the anime. Anime's not found. Oh shit, where is it? At? Hulu. Like
Come on, G.
that shit is annoying as fuck. So to me, I understand like the monopoly argument when it comes to like Disney as far as like buying Fox and shit like that. But when it comes to anime, I don't know about all the other anime fans, but for me specifically, I would love for there to just be one stop shop, all anime. I'm tired of seeing only on Amazon Prime, only on HD, only on DV, all that shit. That shit is annoying as fuck. So I hope that this goes by because I think this will be a good move
Yeah,
for me.
especially because like regardless, Funimation Crunchyroll gets majority. Like if it's like it's not often that some heat ends up on Amazon Prime or Netflix. So it's like whatever for me. Like if they get something, it's like they threw some bread into it. But like majority of everything goes through Funimation or Crunchyroll. If that's the case, it just makes life easy for everybody. So I hope it goes through. It's like, especially if you let Disney do what the hell they did. Disney, what they did was disgusting. So it's like, and still is, because they're looking for more. So let's see where things go from there. And then quickly, Jujutsu Kaisen confirms getting a movie. The movie's going to be based on Chapter Zero, which kind of like does a lot of the backstory and shit like that of the
Like
Jujutsu Kaisen
Sukuna.
world. You said what?
Oh, I was gonna say it's gonna be like
It's
a backstory
possibility. I
to
think
Sukuna.
I gotta look back at what Chapter Zero was, but I think Sakuna is like I wouldn't be surprised that a portion of the movie will be dedicated to Sakuna
It's
because
just as long as it's not a Demon Slayer shit, bro. Just no Demon Slayer shenanigans of you have to watch this movie in order
no,
to
it's
understand
just it's
season 2
based
and
on
shit like
Chapter
that.
Zero, which is like a prelude, damn near, of everything. So it's either might be Sakuna based or heavy Gojo doing Gojo type things. So we'll see. Tony Coward's getting the OVA, which is hey, me and Kim, we're here for it. Cook and prosper when it comes to that. Especially if it's gonna hold us over until they decide to do another season.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And I think that's My Hero movie. I think the trailer or more information came out about that. The good thing is they only focusing on Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki. And I think Endeavor and Hawks is going to be on there. I'm fine with them two popping up. As long as them heroes, I don't give a fuck about them other 1A niggas. I'm cool. So
yeah, you don't get them for the movie, but you get them from season 5.
It is. But yeah, that's it for news. And then animes, technically the spring anime season's about to start. So we have to preview that shit. It's a lot still. Nothing really of major.
I looked at the list. Yeah, I looked at the list.
Yeah, like that. I put that top 5 list in the group chat, but also I got like the stuff from my anime list. I'm also.
I saw the Facebook post too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use that Facebook post because that Facebook post is actually really fucking clutch. But top 10 based off Anime Corner. Also, shout out to Anime Corner. That's been a really good freaking source. My Hero, of course, that's probably the biggest. Like My Hero literally said, we're gonna pick spring. We're the focus. We don't gotta share with nobody else. We're the focus. So My Hero in I call it the recap episode dropped today. So if you want to see that, go ahead and see that.
I don't know why they be doing that.
Views, my nigga. Views and hype. Then there's an anime called The Way of the House Husband. I saw the trailer for that. I'm actually kind of interested because I like goofy shit like that.
You got a Netflix account.
Ain't everybody has access to Netflix.
We for all y'all niggas talking about fucking competition and shit. This is a Netflix exclusive. So if you ain't got no Netflix account to sponge off of, or one on your own, or you got T-Mobile or whatever, hopefully you got a legit site where you can see that shit.
Exactly.
You out of luck.
And there's not many of those. So this is, I think, the weirdo anime of this season. I shaved and I brought a high school
that's not.
girl.
No, that's not.
It's
I'll
not.
tell you
It's not the weirdo shit.
This one is in it.
Not weirdo. Just
No.
the title alone is weirdo.
From what the title is weird, but from what I've heard people say that this show is like extremely depressing.
Oh.
And like very depressing, and that like it's not like he does not want to seek a relationship with the fucking girl. Even though the high school girl is the one being seductive towards him, but he's like, I don't want anything to do with you. And apparently there's like a lot of depressing shit goes on with the girl. I'm not gonna watch that show because I don't fucking like drama like that. So, but from what I've heard, that I'll tell you, you know the weirdo show, Chris. This one is not it. Trust me. There's one that's way worse.
All right. Then number 4 on this list was Don't Toy with Me, Miss Nagato Toro.
High school Uzaki-chan.
Yeah, it's pretty much high school. What you call it? So I think it's pretty much a high school version of that. Like, and I enjoyed this. So just you niggas don't be weirdos. It's coming.
You already know they
gonna
be weirdos.
But you niggas gonna be weirdos either way. Like, you niggas was mad because Uzaki-chan was actually a fucking teenager, and y'all said no, that's a fucking lolly. Like, y'all niggas was weird. How not to summon a demon lord, whichever freaking alpha beta sign that is.
I'm not watching that shit.
I watched the first season. I'm like, this is some horny ass shit. Whatever. So that's if you into ecchis. If you fuck with Lil Nas X's new music video, this is probably for you. Shaman King is making his grand return. This is a whole new reboot. This is also Netflix, right? I think this is ain't this Netflix as well? I don't remember. But yeah, either way, Shaman King's getting a big reboot. I'm actually super hyped for this. So.
This is my most anticipated show for this season.
Yeah, Shaman King. please don't fuck up the Return of Shaman King because I grew up on the 4Kids version. So
I did too.
86, 86. I saw the trailer for that. I don't know what to really feel about it. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Eden Zero. A lot of people have been bringing this up as something to be hyped about. Then we have Fruit Baskets, the final season finale again. I don't care about Fruit Baskets. I'm a male. Toxic masculinity.
I was gonna say though, like, because didn't you say like your sister watches the show?
Yeah, but I don't know if she's been watching the new version.
Okay, because I was about to say like I watched the old version. I like the old version.
She loved the OG one. So.
Yeah, the original. But this is you remember we talking about Promised Neverland? This is Fruits Basket. Basically, this Fruits Basket's brotherhood. The original Fruits Basket deviated from the manga. So this new one that was the reboot, like actually goes into the manga stuff. But I looked at like a lot of people are saying like it's like I like rom-coms because there's the light side of romance. I fucking hate romantic dramedies, like with a fucking passion. Like all that drama shit, I can't do that shit. So I want to get into Fruits Basket, but like I've been hearing that there's a lot of depression shit in there, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to go into that.
All right, and number 10 on this was the rom-com where the childhood friend won't lose. So
I'll check that out.
Yeah, out of curiosity, I saw the trailer. It gives me, my man has a harem, so we'll see where that goes. All right, now I'm about to just name other shit that wasn't on this list, with summaries. So, and shout out to Anime Corner again for literally listing everything.
Are you looking at that Facebook post?
Yes, because they actually got summaries.
I will show you when you'll read the synopsis. You'll know which one is the weirdo one.
Oh shit!
You'll know which one it is.
Combatants will be dispatched, which is an action comedy fantasy. Bad guys supposedly have more fun, but when you're underpaid, overworked, lackey at an evil corporation, you just get stuck with the grunt work. This is gonna be on Funimation. I don't know. I might watch it. I might watch the first episode. That's gonna have to earn me. I mentioned 86, but this is the summary of it. The Republic of this is Gundam shit. So yeah, like I could just read and tell. This it's Gundam. But the Republic of San Mongolia, whatever, has been under attack from the neighboring Gideon army, blah blah blah. After years of painstaking research, the Republic has finally developed drones. Yeah, this is Gundam.
Yeah.
Let's see. Umetsu no Anata E, adventure supernatural drama. A lonely boy wandering the Arctic regions of North America meets a wolf, and the two become fast friends. Depending on each other, survive the harsh environment. You said what, Cam?
This kind of sounds interesting because it reminds me of that opening Vinland Saga.
Oh yeah,
where Thorfinn was walking with that fucking wolf, Winter. Pretty much what that anime looks like to me.
Yeah, this looks interesting. Zombieland Saga making its grand return.
Yes,
this should
sir.
be more love than it deserves. Nothing else to really add. We're gonna get some fire music. And I'm a sucker for music anime. Farewell, my dear Kramer. Sports drama shonen with no soccer accomplishments to speak of during blah blah blah. The young one gets an offer. Sue's main rival invites her to join the same high school.
No. Shit ain't Captain Tsubasa. I'm not watching.
it's girls soccer, so yeah, I'm good. Mashiro no Oto music drama school. Just off the picture alone, I don't care, cause I see the banjo and I hate the banjo.
Oh, it's the Japanese banjo. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty much like the Japanese.
I'm good. Dragon goes house hunting. The fuck is this shit? Comedy fantasy shonen. The story follows Letty, a dragon who's cast out their family home after living up to some dangerous high standards, and sets out to find a new place to live. What kind of cocaine were they smoking when they made this shit? Uh,
Anime.
there's a Godzilla anime coming out, and it's made by Studio Bones. It speaks for itself. It's Godzilla.
It's the same studio for those who don't know that. A Soul Eater and Fire Force.
Yeah. Blue Reflection Ray. This is magic in school. Set in a world where feelings such as joy, sadness. Yeah, I'm good. I'm stop reading.
Skip.
That's a skip. Dragon Quest. That's still going on. That's ongoing actually. So
I gotta check that show out. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah. So that's ongoing because I know that was last season. Let's see. Mars Red Action Military.
That show.
You said what?
People have been hyping this show up too.
Yeah. So Mars Red takes place in 1923. Vampires have existed. Cool. But now the number of vampires is increasing, and the mysterious artificial blood, blah blah blah. The Japanese government in turn creates Code Zero, a unit of army where it's taking down the vampires. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Might watch it. This is on Funimation. The world ends with View Animation. If you're familiar with the RPG game in itself, it's getting an anime.
I love that game. Good game. So looking forward to it.
Season 2 of Moriarty the Patriot. I know Dion really enjoyed this anime. It's on my watch list, so that's season 2's dropping. Let's make a mug 2. Yeah, fuck that. Bukaten. The fuck is this? This is gymnastics. Skip. Back Arrow. I don't know what the fuck that is. The Spider anime is ongoing. Cess TV, The Roman Fighter. Off this picture alone looks mid. Shadow's House, slice of life supernatural sinning. Story set in the Western style mansion on the cliff, blah blah blah. This sounds like some bullshit. SSS Dinah Zening. So it's a mech anime. Studio Trigger.
I think that's the continuation from the SSS Gridman show.
If it is, I like Gridman, so that was fire. So it's made by Studio Trigger, so you know where this is going. Battle Athletes. Once again, I'm good on that. 7 Deadly Sins is ongoing. Shaman King. Megalobox 2. I'm hyped for this because I like the first season of Megaloboxing.
I gotta check the original Megalobox out. I never seen the first
one.
I heard Megalobox was absolute heat though.
Yeah, it's really good. Like extremely really good.
Let's
see. Fairy Ronmar. Yeah. These niggas is too close for me. This shit's gay.
Is that the anime?
It's a slice of life school anime.
Yeah, niggas on Twitter call that shit gay bait.
Wow.
No, like they said, this is the annual seasonal gay bait.
No, key. The thing is, you're not lying because every anime season does just have like, yo, this for gay niggas or for the girls to be like, it's for the shippers,
for the bitches.
Yeah, it's for the bitches, man. Exactly.
For the bitches.
It must be soccer season in Japan or something in spring because there's a lot of soccer anime dropping.
I think you almost approaching the weirdo anime.
I think it's too sick to call this love.
Yep. Read the synopsis.
Right.
Read the synopsis.
Oh,
shit. I was talking about this yesterday. Read the synopsis.
Once you fall for someone, you can't stop the love. Oh no. A strange encounter spurs the meeting of Amakusu Ryu, a high-spec businessman who's loose with women. His high school best friend, Arima Chika. From there, he falls madly in love. On the one hand, he approaches her with almost too straightforward methods, while she responds simply disgusted, insulting him without hesitation. He takes it as her way of showing love. This romantic comedy about a twisted elite employee and a normal otaku high school girl. Woo!
Yep.
Would
Now,
I be wrong to hold on? Would I be wrong to say that this guy reminds me of a certain person that we know?
play the
Yes.
clown music. Play the clown music. Play the clown music right now, bro. I gotta do this, bro. I gotta do this. Play it. We just canceled this nigga Pepe Le Pew, and y'all niggas making an anime about him, bro. That shit wild. Now listen, because I was looking at the comment section of this shit, and a lot of niggas is off bat defending this shit, like redo healer syndrome, basically, right? That's what I'm gonna call it, redo healer syndrome. Y'all motherfuckers are some fucking weirdos. I just want to look at it. Obviously, the way that this show is structured, I already know eventually she's gonna fall in love with him. But I just want y'all to realize the premise of this show is fucking predatory garbage. Like, I mean, imagine telling somebody you like anime and you look at and like you read the synopsis of this anime. Niggas go look at you like you a weirdo. The synopsis of this show says that this high school girl is disgusted by him and insults him, and he takes it as a form of love and uses it to pressure her and engage in that shit, bro. That's wild, bro. Anybody who watches this show, stay away from me. Anybody who watches this show and likes it, stay away from me, bro. The same thing with you weirdo, like the redo healer fans. I'm glad that this show exposed you for the fucking disgusting weirdos you are. This show is gonna expose a lot of y'all disgusting weirdos as well, G. That show is foul. When I read the synopsis for that show, because originally I thought like you, Chris, the weirdo show was gonna be the I shaved and brought a high school girl home. But then I kept scrolling down and I read the synopsis for this show and I was like, bro, whoever created this show is foul. Like you niggas in Japan are weirdos, G. That shit gross, bro. We can move on, but that's a definite skip. That's a hell no. I'm not watching
Super
that
skip.
shit.
Like super duper skip. Uh Looking at everything else after this is nothing interesting besides my nigga Reem Kun. He's back.
I heard good things about that show.
So
Is it worth the watch? The demon
season 1 was really good. Like it's like it's pretty much a comedy supernatural type, you dig. It sticks to being a comedy, even like the mandatory plot moment of the season. Like it was still funny in its core. So like it's still really good. It doesn't take itself serious, but it's literally about a nigga who's a human who's literally in hell around demons and he's trying to fit in. But he's also kind of his grandpa's overpowered and he gave him a ability to be kind of be overpowered. So it's interesting. It's funny. It's really funny. Yeah, so that's it really for this season. So based on what I can tell, it's a lot of mid, but we'll see. As always, you go in thinking everything's gonna be a lot of mid.
I think this is good for me because I've been having such a dry spell with anime lately. Like I have been really on the fuck anime bandwagon because like watching them weeklies every week was a fucking chore. So if there's like a lot of anime on here, it's a lot of anime that I read and I was like, I'm not gonna watch that, and I felt good about that because I do not want to cover a lot of these shows. Like, and a lot of these other shows that I didn't watch are getting second seasons. So I feel like this is gonna be a good break, a good break season for me. I'm so sick and tired of anime. That fucking high school, the freaking I'm the sixth show, whatever it is. It's shit like that that makes me like I really fucking hate anime. I really don't like this shit, bro. Like y'all and niggas is defending this shit like redo healer. Y'all niggas sad.
So like for me, this might be a good season for me to do some catch ups, depending.
Yeah.
But because it's not really a lot of stuff. I feel like I know I'm gonna be like, oh, every week I'm gonna watch this. Like
Shaman King.
Shaman King, My Hero, of course, for
you
for content reasons. For content reasons, yeah. And and Rimakun, and there was a couple other stuff that really. So other than that, like, but then again, it's always the surprises. I'd be like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So, but yeah, so we'll see a week or two from now on how the start of how big my watch list is and how quickly it goes down to some old bullshit by week 3, week 4, or I just don't even talk about it no more. So you know how it is. But let's go ahead. Oh, before we go into full legit clowns this week, preview for next week's episode. We're doing our annual bracket. We're doing the greatest episode 19s ever. Nobody else has done that. You niggas do. Literally, I've been seeing brackets already. I already saw the main character joint. Whatever we did, we been there, did that. We did it first. I'm gonna just sit there and take credit. We did it first. I've seen best female characters. I've seen best tournament arcs. I've seen quite a few best tournament arcs. So I've seen best power scaling, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't know how you dictating that. So we're gonna hit you guys with something different. Oh, and best arcs, of course, too. But we're gonna hit you guys with the best episode 19s. Why? Because episode 19 is always the heat. Demon Slayer is the elite tier. It's a tier of its own.
It's the progenitor. It's the progenitor god. It's the one who originated the idea.
Episodes off of is what we look at to be like, is that like Demon Slayer episode 19? If not, automatically disqualified. I don't care if it is Hunter x Hunter. That shit was born anyway. Automatically, you know what I'm saying?
So we basing it. So just to let y'all know, Demon Slayer is not gonna be on the list. Jujutsu Kaisen will though.
Exactly. Like it has to. It has to. Like regardless, whoever gets to the final, like the champion, like whoever considered the champion, we still have to compare it to episode 19. It's like, unfortunately, it's like this. Demon Slayer episode 19 is the GOAT. It's Michael Jordan. But regardless, it's okay to be number 2. Like LeBron's legacy is going to be, regardless, you're the greatest number 2 of all time to Mike. It's cool. It be that way sometimes. It's just, you're not Mike. you just not Mike. If like what we pick, you're not Demon Slayer episode 19. Plain and simple. But so we're working on that. I'm slowly just have to start making the pick everything, and we all have to watch those episode 19s as well. It'll be a nice, fun episode.
This episode is gonna be so funny to me without any fucking context.
You'll be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Exactly, just like we're gonna talk about like, well, when this motherfucker get this, we don't even know like the context. Like it's gonna be funny because I think DC put Steins Gate. I know what happened in the context. Y'all might watch the episode and be like, "The fuck," but it's like,
I don't have to explain that shit, bro.
So
I'm gonna be like this.
So, but yeah, so be on the
already. Let me tell you this right now. Already minus 10 points for more than 15 words. Okay, already minus 10 points. I ain't going. If I'm watching your episode 19 and niggas talking for the first 15 minutes, I'm gone.
Hey, so be on the lookout for that for next week. We'll go back to clowns right now. Actually, if we have any more.
Since you want to be a fucking clown, I thought I should let you know the circus is 9 miles in the opposite direction.
Daytra, you have a clown.
No, I don't think I got a clown.
Right.
Hey, hold on. Yeah, my clown goes to Adam Silver, the NB fucking A. Count your fucking days, you bald head bitch. You will not see heaven, okay? You let the defending champions get fucking 14 days of rest before they had to go to training camp, my nigga. Fuck you, all right? LeBron James got a high ankle sprain, and we won't see him for another fucking 4 weeks. Anthony Davis barely could fucking walk since he stepped on the court. KD ain't even been fixed yet. That ain't Adam Silver's fault, but still, fuck you. All right? They did. All right, we're going to make these niggas play all the time, but I'm going to do this when I see major trades going on. You ain't got no parity in this fucking league that we watching right now.
We had parity last year.
Fucking flame in my my happy hour with my job, and it was like, Trail, man, you watching college basketball? I was like, you know, I don't like watching teams that I watch a 40-year-old 19 a 40-year-old looking 19-year-old win by scoring 12 points. I kind of don't want to watch that shit. But it was like, you would rather watch the regular NBA when there's no type of oomph. When you watching those games, you know who's gonna win. Get fucking flame. Somebody said they'll rather watch F1 fucking race cars than watch the NBA fucking A.
I hate those people because like, gee, you're watching child labor soldiers.
Predictable.
They're driving in circles too, G.
COVID,
and it's still not predictable.
Yeah.
Look, man.
So let me tell you,
burning every day, B.
Fuck Adam Silver. Fuck the Brooklyn Nets. Fuck the Lakers if Drummond go to them. Fuck Papa Doc. Fuck B Rabbit. Fuck everybody. I can't stand the NBA fucking A. I was at the point where I kind of don't really like watching wrestling right now. This happens to me a lot in my town wrestling. I just fatigue.
You're going through what I'm going through with anime.
For basketball, I love basketball. I love it. Every game. I love the game of basketball even more. But I'm looking at this season like, bro, it's a countdown to the Nets versus Lakers, and that's if, you know, the Lakers come back healthy, and that's if the Nets don't get like washed by Greek Freak. I'm praying they get washed by Greek. But that's for Threes of the Ring talk. And, shout out to every salty cracker out here now that I saw they white hope get fucking sent to the goddamn heavens by an African nigga who barely can speak 3 words.
Oh, the dude won?
Oh, he did more than win.
Oh, he knocked him out
so hard his leg went to his back.
Man, Family Guy posed.
Yep.
Family Guy posed. Cam, you want to do your other clown?
Yeah, my clown goes to now. If this is true, females been taking a lot of L's this week. Shout out to Derek Jackson. But Team Jackson was happening. Yeah, for the redo healer. The like, I think they came out with a statistic that it's majority females who like watch that show, and like that's how it's rated highly. I'm not gonna say nothing more than y'all some fucking goofy. That's it.
And just keep that quick and simple.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed. I'm really disappointed. Unless it's just a lot of women you letting some dudes use y'all shit, watch filth. That's fucked up. But we're gonna leave it at that.
We can't say nothing, Chris, because we men. We straight men. We not the cis. We not straight cis white males, but we are straight black men. So we can't say more than that. We're just disappointed. That's it.
So I'm disappointed. But hey, I do have a goat though.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
So my goat, and if you want to bury me, I don't care. Kevin Samuels is my goat, G. I don't care. Look, man, I've been watching this dude's content for fun, and really, this is me kind of trolling as well, because hey, he ain't do nothing yet. Because we're gonna find out that man probably fucks only white women. But that man's content's hilarious as hell, G. Hilarious. Even when he does attack white women, the few times he do, he literally checks the privilege. But this man is just hilarious as hell. He says what women need to hear, even what guys need to hear. You know, some of the shit when he says to guys, very sus. He literally asks, "Do you got a big dick?"
He told this one dude, he was like, "Bro, you short, fat, and broke."
Like, nigga, like god damn. Still, the funniest thing he told a woman was literally comparing her to Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith because she was 5'9". I was like, nigga. Like, nigga, he said she can hit the A gap and gone. Like, nigga, what the hell? But it's just that nigga.
The Church of Future would be proud, G.
Like, G, like bro, this man is entertainment, bro. I don't take him seriously, but some of the shit he says, I'm like, you got a valid point. And even though the most wild thing he did say was that Beyonce is a 7. Or was he said Beyonce's an 8. And I was like, yo, my nigga, like, whoa. Like, whoa. But
them Beehive fans finna. Oof.
I hope they don't
It's a
ever
different
see
breed.
that clip, because there's multiple clips where he says he rates Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Rihanna. Now Kelly Rowland's bad as hell, but I'm surprised he's one of the few dudes who outright say, yeah, Kelly Rowland better than Beyonce. But yeah, I'm like, damn. But yeah, I respect the man's as funny as hell. I respect the content, G. Like, he let that viral video go, and now he just lets women come on this show and embarrass themselves.
You're average at best, man.
Like, dog. Like, god damn. But
I
that's
will
a troll,
say
bro.
this: if you want to see ABBA and Preach, they did like an interview with him. They did like a live stream interview with him. So if you're interested in like seeing some of that stuff, you could go check it out on their channel. It's some pretty funny stuff. It's a pretty interesting topic, and they do say some funny shit.
I'm gonna check it out.
He's a good toxic. Kevin Samuels is a good toxic. He's funny as hell.
Funny as hell, but toxic as hell. Like, and he's just stuck in his ways. But yeah, so on that note, let's get ready to end this episode. We appreciate you niggas for listening. As always, make sure you follow us on all streaming platforms, whether it is YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Spotify, subscribe. Apple Podcasts. Like, rate, comment, all of that. We greatly appreciate that. If it's SoundCloud, same thing. But above all, share, and fucking share, my niggas. Search You Tweaking Media on Teespring. Copy some merch. It is getting nice out. We're entering spring season. Get you a t-shirt, long sleeve, hoodie, face mask, all of the above. Cam got the short sleeve t-shirt on now. Make sure you cop. Please make sure you cop. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Black Otakus. I will preview the bracket before we do the episode next week. So it's just that way we probably get some engagement in that aspect. You niggas will probably be mad, but I will say this is gonna be more fun and less toxic than the GOAT main character discussion from last year.
Demon Slayer out the bracket, so we ain't gotta be too toxic.
Yeah, so Demon Slayer's out the bracket. The winner goes against Demon Slayer automatically. So it's like, hey, we're doing a bracket for number 2. So hey, but we appreciate you guys for listening as always. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love as always. We appreciate you guys for listening, and peace.
Dean Jackson, what's happening?